All right, 2 spins. Prepare yourself.
God, it tastes like a cheese. There we go.
Huh.
It tastes like a cheese I've had before, which makes sense because it's a dairy product.
All right, you get 1 plus 2 from one of them. Why?
Yay!
Shut up. Stop it. Okay, it was making noise. I didn't like that. All right, and here's the next one. I guess I turned off the thing where I can actually drag and spin, so I have to click. And you get 2 luck dice.
Ooh!
All right.
Moist.
Congrats.
Moist.
And I guess thank yourself since you did it. But all right. So remember, you have 1 plus 2 that must be used this session. We're gonna add 2 luck dice. Those are the wrong dice. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Fuck it, I'll just roll 2 of them and get rid of them. There we go. Okay. There. I've added 2 luck dice now. Alright, and we're going face live.
Face live.
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if we're where we're supposed to be or any of that, so
where are we supposed to be?
We'll find out together.
Isn't that a part of life?
You know it's not up at all. The chat view for Roll20. Hold on, we're going back. Give it a second. we're not ready. I forgot that I had to close.
He wasn't ready.
The Roll20 page. Usually, what you guys see in chat is through Firefox, and that includes the screen that when we're all just like on the screen and there's no map. Likewise, that is on Firefox. It's just on a gray screen that's keyed out, but like chroma keyed out. But I forgot I had to close it because it froze and then logged me out and shit. I forgot to like get back in there. So yeah, like I don't actually care if you guys see. I mean, the page of all the games that the chat thing is in on has been revealed before. It's not a big deal, but it's not pretty. Okay. Now, I think it's ready. We shall see. It'll be readier. Yeah, it's better. Oh, I gotta fix that too, though. Hold on, let's fix us.
Oh yeah. Hi. We're there we go. Now we're fixed.
I think. Maybe. Unless. Okay, there we go.
Unless.
And then we fix the chat box. We fix the chat box. We fix the chat box. Okay, there it goes. There it is.
All right.
Fix the chat box.
Alright, there it is. Now we are good. What is...
Am I missing something?
No,
I'm not. Okay.
Fix the chat box.
Oh, yeah, that looks weird. Okay, it's Panda's window bleeding into mine. So the bottom of my window thing had, because you're right below me on Zoom, Panda. So like the bottom of my window had like the top of yours. So I was seeing this green line, but your ceiling is like the same color as my shirt. So it just looked like I had this green line that was just sitting there. And I was like, where's that fucking coming from?
That's pretty great.
Mama Scribble says you're doing great, sweetie.
That feels condescending, but okay, I'll take it.
I already rolled my die for the recap, but I also did the recap last week, so
I'm sure it
Fear
wasn't
my
mighty
really
10.
condescending.
yeah,
It was
fear
a
my
10.
mighty 10 and tremble.
It was a 10. We can show chat right now. 10.
There we go. Hey, 5, 10, and 15. What do you know? We all rolled multiples of
numbers.
5.
All either even numbers or honorary even numbers, right?
Yeah.
Multiples of 5.
Anyway, so this will be really quick and easy. Last time it was the Sam show.
The Sam show.
Sam show in that he was the first one essentially to get on land when we we jumped down a big hole. And well, probably isn't actually that big. We guesstimated it was 2 stories, which that is kind of big. But it was a weird wind tunnel suction thing that kept us together, and basically we were able to land safely eventually in water. Sam basically was the first one to get up on ground and discovered, oh, those are eyes, and I don't want them coming near us. And then later he discovers, oh, those are eyes of big snake people. Long story short, they're the Shadow Runners or Shadow Hunters?
Shadow
Hunter. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that closed? Oh no, I don't like that. So Eli spoke up in a language, Sluin?
Sluin,
Yep.
yeah.
Sluin.
And that got the snake potential lady's attention. We don't actually know what gender it was. We just, Sam assumed it was lady because it came with babies. Or little children. And
children, but yeah, I think is.
Well, we don't know the etymology of
whether or not they would be I don't think snakes raise other snakes' babies, but I'm pretty sure they were related to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Regardless, Eli basically said, hey, we'll get out of your way. Can you point us the way? And the snake talks back to Eli after basically being like, whatever, you're whatever. I don't need to worry about you guys. Either because of his language or because Sam was doing his darndest to be like, hey, we're not a threat. Look at these yummy rocks. The snake pointed us which way to go. So we go down, and in Eli's mind, Osluthi is like, man, I really didn't want you to come down this way. And it's like, too bad, we're down here. This place, we don't exactly know. Even Amara's like, the only thing I heard about this place is if you found your way down here, you should just stick to the road. And then eventually you'll get out. Don't leave the road. You'll not get out. Except more menacingly, and bad things happen. To continue with that, we travel a bit, and then Eli, with a great effort and strength of thought, he cast restoration on Sam, which rejuvenated Sam to be like, oh, okay, I am feeling much better about everything. And we basically find a place to camp, dig a hole in the wall so we can be semi-protected against whatever elements that could come towards us, and go to sleep. Sam, however, during his watch, which is one of the reasons why this was the Sam show, which there's nothing wrong with that. Sam got to speak with, I'm assuming shadow people, because they kept referring to like other shadows being their kin and etc. like that. And Sam just basically like, oh yeah, he didn't say Lamia's name, but he basically backstoried Lamia. I was like, yeah, she lost her shadow and they're split apart. How can we put them back together? We can't. No, I need to bring her here. Bah, sucks. Also, here's my gems so we can go through safely through the Shadow Kingdom.
Yeah, the king lays claim to the road.
Yeah.
And we need to pay for the use of the road.
Yeah.
Since we're non-residents, I'm assuming. So.
And the last thing of the night, during Eli's rest, Os Lucy basically brings him to talk to him in his mind during his dreams. And she's just like, why are you the way you are? And Eli's like, what the fuck are you talking about? She's like, how can you be both things? Doesn't make sense. And I think that is in reference to like how Eli does good things. I mean, and does want good things, etc. But he's relatively neutral about a lot of stuff. So long story short on that, though, they basically meet a, not compromise, but something good happened in that it helped change Eli's alignment with having a nice conversation with Os Lucy. And maybe it could have changed her a little, too. We have no idea. He got to see an image of her as a child, so that was different. And then he woke up.
All right. Anyone want to add anything to that?
The example she gave was how are you both? One of them was him saving his friend, I think, and the other was him and Sam drowning the city with wine. Was asking, how are you both? How are you somebody that can drown a city but also care for others? Also, I was drinking donkey milk.
Donkey.
Little brand donkey milk. And I figured out what it tastes like.
Yeah.
Like leche ice cream, just milk flavored
Oh!
ice cream is the thing I'm getting. It was warm. It was slightly warm because it says do it with warm water.
I don't think it's away from me, donkey.
Yeah.
So it'll dissolve. Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm like, yeah, that because I was sitting here like, man, what does that taste like running through the files in my head?
It doesn't sound bad.
No, it's just I think it's because it's warm. That is weird. Yeah.
You'd have to do it on ice or just
to quote. For however many milliliters of drinking water into a glass, add 2 tablespoons of powder and stir until completely dissolved. This is the recommended ratio closest to natural donkey milk. Changes in proportions are allowed depending on individual taste preferences. Yes. Consume within 30 minutes after mixing.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Recommendations: consume 1 glass a day. I don't know about that, but
Panda, I don't know about that.
I think you have your donkey milk whenever you want. I think that's what you do.
That is the American way, you know. Or is that Burger King? I don't remember, man.
I don't know. Whatever.
You do you.
I mean, same thing.
Whoever said that. Jay-Z?
Have it your way.
I don't know.
Jay-Z. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was Jay-Z.
Yeah, it probably was.
In England, do they call him JZ?
I don't think they do. There you go. There's Lamia.
Thank you.
Donkey milk and rocks. America's grocery list. Okay. Are we shopping for rocks now?
I like rocks. I have both of those things within reach.
That's not surprising.
Snail pulls up.
Simple. Me.
Yes. There we go. Okay, I don't think we need that, but cool. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah, Lamia, you have the temporary hero point. We're gonna come over here to just make sure it's over there. I'll shrink it down a little bit for this screen. All right. And I believe we were picking up the next morning. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think
I
part of what I
took the
left off
time
with, so I
over.
handed somebody my notes from the details of the conversation, and then went to sleep. And this was
He handed it to
You
Eli.
you walked over to me and were like, we were mugged, and you just kind of gave me the notes. And I was like, again?
that is where we stopped. You telling him we were mugged. And you re-handed notes. We'll assume that all of you are awake at this point, including Amara. So cool. I suppose we should continue that conversation.
Good morning, Amara.
Good morning. It sounds like Samuel had a rather interesting night.
Oh, being mugged? Well, I guess as long as he's alive, I guess it doesn't matter. Kind of weird that he would be mugged, though. Sam,
I don't
why
like
were you
paying
mugged?
taxes.
I'm reading
Taxes,
the
mugged,
notes
same thing.
that Sam took in his journal.
You know, shadow people, or he's on their road, kingdom-wise. I don't know what kind of tea I want. I want... Sam's looking at, like, unlabeled bags. And now he's like... I don't know which one's which. He's mixed them in his bag.
Amara's just like looking back and forth between you all, a little confused why no one seems to give a shit. But I mean, she wasn't mugged, so
Yeah.
I wasn't aware that shadow people had a government. Oh, look, I know I have Magnemite. I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt. There we go.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. There we go.
I mean, is it mugged if I just, like, kind of... Well... I don't think we would have been attacked. I think we would have been maybe arrested? I don't know. I don't know how that works.
Did you have a mug, though? Because, you know, you can't be mugged without a mug being present.
They had mugs.
Oh, okay.
They're hard to tell because of the shadow faces, but...
Right, of course.
But you didn't even read my notes, did you?
I'm reading them right now. You just didn't
All right,
mention
well,
mugs in the notes.
Skip to the end, and you can see the part where they're telling us to bring Shadow Lamia here.
Oh, the end is a very crude drawing of some stick figures that I
That's them.
assume is... Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Did you get the charcoal shading around them? Is there, like I had to draw the person, but if
is
they were
that what
shadows...
that is?
Yeah. I know,
Sam,
I tried to smudge
why
it with my thumb.
would you mention anything about...
That they asked. First of all, they were like, we can tell if you lie, and we're going to ask you some questions. So I'm like, okay. You know how much
they
I like
asked
to lie.
About shadows?
What are they, Santa Claus?
I forget what the wording they used exactly. Have any of you been separated with your shadows correctly? Or
Santa Claus?
something
Yes.
like that? Yes.
that is correct.
They specifically asked if any of us have ever been separated from a shadow or does not have a shadow.
That's a very specific line of questioning.
Yeah, and I kind of forgot that Eli didn't always have Aldwin, so
That's true. I did.
So I guess I did lie when I just mentioned you. You technically have a shadow right now.
I did.
Is what I said. I said, well, she has a shadow right
I
now.
was gonna say, is it lying if you're just wrong? Like, you're allowed to make incorrect statements without, intending to lie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't believe it's a lie when you say it.
Yeah, lying requires some form of intent, I believe.
But yeah, they were a little that caused them to be a little pay more attention, I guess is the best way to say it.
Okay.
And after I paid the fee, I kind of asked some questions, even if they were like, well, we don't answer questions. I still ask because whatever, I just paid you gems. So
Right.
I guess thanks for doing that, Sam.
Yeah, well, I mean, they kind of gave us the options, and the options are
Not great.
no. The best option is right now is to bring her down here.
Okay. Well, that's interesting.
Sam looks
Entirely
resistant to talk
feasible.
about the other option.
We at least got safe passage for a time, so that's better than nothing.
or
That's for
a
sure.
week. Was it 7
Yeah,
days?
7 days.
7 days. Yep.
I went ahead and just paid for the extra. The part of they were like, 3 days, but I knew it was going to take longer than that because we talked earlier, and I'm like motioning to Mara.
Who is frowning but waiting and listening.
Mm-hmm.
But that was, I didn't want to risk it and have to deal with a new group of individuals. So I thought it was safe to just go ahead and pay them in. Plus, I got all the stuff down here, so whatever.
Sure.
It's not like we need money.
Not down here, anyways.
I mean, it wasn't money; it was jewels. But still,
Right. Those tend to be.
I mean, I don't
more
know
useful
a
than
shopkeeper
money.
that wouldn't accept a fat ruby for payment. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I just meant that they can often be used in spellcasting, is why they're more useful than money. But
Yeah, that's kind of specifics, though, right? The only one I know about is the resurrection.
there are others. But regardless, that's not what we're talking about.
Oh yes. I think I'm going chamomile. He's gonna throw some. He's just been this whole time looking at tea.
Okay. Well, did you already check the strangers? Since they had a whole night of rest.
Now they're over there.
Mm-hmm.
They would still be
Yeah.
rested. Like
Okay.
they haven't been. They've stirred and kind of moved, but they haven't woken up.
Oh, did I have a full night rest and fatigue gone? By the way.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure before I erased everything.
Oh yeah, I need to set my spells as well. Forget that.
Was that everything?
Was that everything?
I was half listening.
I'm trying to remember myself if I missed something they talked about.
Look, I'll keep up if you're actually staying on
Yeah.
topic, but when it becomes like fact ramble,
Yeah.
I check out. I'll start doing other shit.
I did ask about your people, and they say they don't have anything to do with your people, so there wasn't big help there.
Drink water, Panda. She frowns a little bit deeper at that and says, "Interesting. Well, it sounds like you dealt with the Nihiloi, who we do know. I wasn't aware that this was their road. They're very secretive people. But we have dealt with them before. I suppose they could have meant that there are no, long-standing trade agreements or anything of the like. Our interactions thus far have been, I think, mostly peaceful. To my knowledge. Obviously, they could have changed. My awareness is that they inhabit a kingdom which was... I don't know. You'll have to ask some of the historians when we reach home. They could tell you some of the things they know. Much of our knowledge is gleaned not necessarily from travel and physical observation. Much of it is confirmed by that, but oftentimes it's our oracles who bring us news of goings-on outside of our walls. Or what we can collect on the surface, which is rare.
I think that makes sense.
Well, I suppose if you've got an agreement that we have a 7-day period, then... Excuse me, sorry. We are in no particular hurry.
I mean,
No more hurry than we already were, I guess.
Yeah.
Correct. How do you know how much time has passed here?
Don't?
Guessing.
Oh, she kind of smiles a bit. It says, there is a different way to know.
well, I hold up the ring of sustenance. Like, I knew, like, I had worn this for like a day before I came down here. It takes a full week, and it ticked over like 2 days ago, a day ago. So it's been at least a week now.
It is also likely that whoever crafted that ring for you has it attuned properly to the time that passes above.
I don't like the way you say that. What do you mean
She
above?
thinks. It is very probable that the proper amount of time has passed by your calendar. Yes?
Is this quick question? When I went into the moon, did time pass differently when I was in a different
Plane?
realm? Plane. Thank you.
Based on what? I don't think
The
you
time
have
I was
any
there,
way
and
to
by the
know.
time I got back to my body.
There was no point of reference for you to know.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean,
You
besides
can assume it
Lamia-
probably passed different. It was a totally different plane.
Okay. I mean, if we're judging based on the amount of time that Lamia did stuff and time that with my unconscious body, that sounded weird. When she had my unconscious body and she was doing things to get me out of there.
Well, in the prime plane, you were unconscious,
Yeah.
right? And then when you came back, you were a totally different place. Like there was nothing consistent there for you to be like, oh, it was this time in this day when I was unconscious, and this time in this day. You
makes
know what I
sense.
mean? You were like underground in a place, you know.
Yeah. All right. Now, do y'all use like a different calendar down here?
Yes. A day for you is not necessarily the same for us, and almost certainly not for them. But if it's anything close, ours are a bit longer.
Well,
That's
what do y'all use as a
more
standard
time then.
measure? Like how long it takes for plants to grow, or like
She kind of smiles and just says, "It's easier if I just tell you. The way to tell is based on the humidity here. You'll start to get used to it. It'll be easier if you." She kind of pauses and says, "Because you're not used to that, you would need something sensitive to temperature and moisture to be exposed. For us, oftentimes, leaving the neck exposed for a certain amount of time is an easy way to do it, especially as a child, when you're not as used to having to do things like tell time, and you're getting used to it. As an adult, most of us can tell just with the fingertips."
interesting.
We also have the advantage of gestures to her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
low moisture is a bad thing for y'all. Sometimes. And too much moisture is a bad thing for y'all. Y'all, reptilian species? And you share some
She
shared
looks
traits?
like she's having to like figure out what you mean by that. Says, I don't believe so. No.
Oh, they don't shed?
Suppose occasionally, yes.
You must moisturize. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Got cocoa butter.
Either way, it seems that we have a significant runway to make it there.
Yes.
You said they took gems from you.
Yeah, some amethyst and tourmaline and things I need to remove from my
Spinel.
inventory.
Things I need to remove from my inventory. Yeah.
Forgot to do that. Okay. Did they
took
take
the
all the
Spinel.
amethyst shards? Correct.
No,
They took.
they didn't take the amethyst shards. I don't believe.
I think I
'cause you
gave.
hit
I think I
those
just gave them
specifically.
all of them, right? Or all of the regular gems, correct?
Yeah. The shards and stuff they wouldn't have taken.
Okay. Cool. Move on from that one. Yeah, they're done with that. Okay. Before I start trying to barter gems. Yeah, I still got these. I'm like rattling the shards around. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them yet. They're pretty though.
They are. Perhaps your partner back home would enjoy them.
That's
Oh,
right. You
he's
haven't gotten
like
Hattie any souvenirs
Oh
yet.
yes, Hattie. Not Sherlock. Yes. Okay.
I'm telling.
He's my partner.
I think that's a tellable offense. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Man.
I mean, to be fair, Sherlock would probably appreciate them too.
Ooh.
I can trade these to the
I'm
Ravens.
sure he would.
And they'll give me money. And then I can go buy things with currency. Like
Currency,
a person.
yeah.
Was there anything else we needed to talk about, or do you think we can get, I guess, moving? Or did you want to rest until these two woke up, since you bought us some more time?
I believe the prognosis was that they need a day of rest before they're able to move, like without being.
If you want them to, if you want them to be able to move under their own power, at least for
Yeah.
part of your travel, then yeah. If you're just
Right, yeah, I guess. Yeah, that's the question. Are we making camp here for a day longer to let them recover, or are we just strapping them back to Shakira's back and continuing on?
I imagine she's the most comfy bed that anybody could ask for. No offense, Shakira.
I mean, her spine is right there. But
she's just tail wagging.
Well, we could harness them back up. And it'd be slow moving still because we don't want to jostle them too much. And if we, the shadow people, what you call them again?
Nihiloi.
Nihiloi.
I'll spell it. Now that you've heard it
Thank
twice.
The Nihiloi stated that we should be safe on the road because it is protected by them. So we probably won't run into any danger. But, I mean, we've said that before.
Many times, yes.
Plus, we have this decent shelter already built. And it would it would just take more time when we're traveling to build another decent shelter. Whereas I think it would be better for them for us to spend more time waiting for them to, or helping them get better, because then they can still ride on Shakira, but not be like harnessed to it. They can kind of hold on and weather that better than being jostled around. Not saying you're a jostler, but I mean you're not really built for the whole people.
So in your medical opinion, you're saying it's best to wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
If we're looking out for what's best for these two.
That's fine.
For us, it would be to go, but
it's fair.
Is that okay, Amara?
I believe it should be.
Okay.
If they're not up and around by tomorrow, then we should go ahead and head out. And we'll give them as much steady rest as possible. Reasonably possible. Within our time limit. So. Plus, we don't know. I don't even want to mention it. The things pursuing us might continue to pursue.
Right, that is true.
So.
It's the thing I'm the most concerned about, is putting as much distance in between us and those nightmares as possible.
I would almost rather hustle when they're awake than hustle when they're trying to rest. I mean, their recovery is going to take a while anyway, unless they have something going on with them that is special. Like, I don't know.
I mean, you're the only one that would have a chance of knowing that among us, Sam. You're the one that's been studying them and helping them. Have you noticed anything weird?
You're also the medical expert.
I glance at Amara. Yeah?
It's true. My medical training is minimal at best.
Yeah. No, the something weird part. One of them woke up briefly, and
she instantly clocks what you're getting at. Says, "Oh,
yeah, I felt a little tingle in my head, kind of like when harpies try and do their song.
Okay,
something similar to that, like trying to be charmed. I think was what it was.
Yes.
I don't know if they were doing it intentionally, or if it was just a latent thing. Maybe because they're hot. I don't know.
She just chuckles.
Heavy sigh.
I don't think it was the second thing, given that it happened to both of us, and it's not where my mind was. It did seem to be an automatic response, though.
Okay.
Maybe, I mean, we don't know how long they've been in there. We don't know were they put in there from birth. Were they?
Right. We don't.
To speak ill of us Lisa's
right.
people for a second, they literally call them chattel. So they may raise these people up to a certain age and then put them in there when they're at a prime harvesting age.
Uh-huh.
That is my knowledge of the subject, yes.
So
many of these were studied for a time, and if deemed not viable for release or procreation, then they would go where you've seen. Or even perhaps if maybe they weren't the best of their batch or something to that extent.
Well, I guess that was lucky for them in this case in point.
You still had to go through however long they did this.
Yeah.
Well, at least
not
I
all
think
of them were so lucky either. But...
Well, yeah, and I was going to say, at least for these two, it seems that they were unconscious, at least for the majority of this. Well, okay. So again, are we pressing on or not? I think that's the true question of the day that we need to come to an answer on.
Let's go with not.
All right.
Yay!
Yeah.
I have time to study my book.
I'm going to wander about a bit, I guess, if Amara wouldn't mind being my buddy, since Lamia is studying a book and Sam needs to stay and take after people.
She like gets up and says, "I don't mind at all. It'd be good to stretch the legs a bit, especially right after waking."
Yeah, I'm just
Shakira
curious
can-
about the area.
Shakira could go with you if you'd like, or she can just kind of stay sentry outside.
They're probably staying with the two downed people is best. If we need to make a hasty exit, she needs to be close, right?
Yeah. All right. Let me do this real quick. I'm not on my page.
Are you gonna pack empathy?
Yes.
Oh, Lamia will be like, did you pray for Speak with Animals today?
Yep.
Okay.
It's like the opposite of snake speak with animals. No.
Yep.
Snake speak with animals. Yep.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
almost full utility this time. Besides, I still took acid and I still have cure light wounds. So
Yeah.
Nice.
You can tell even when you're praying for acid maw, you can tell that Shakira gets excited. She still hasn't gotten to bite anything with it yet.
That's
Poor
true. Yeah, poor Shakira.
Shakira's wishes. I want to bite
Right.
something with acid. Bite, please.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Can't blame her.
Shit, what was it? Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. So Eli, you're gonna go scouting / walking a little bit.
That's my plan.
Anything you're trying to do or RP or anything you're trying to have while you're on that walk?
Not particularly. I just kind of wanted to get out and move around and check. I guess I'm curious about the shadow people, and I will look for signs of them and the Nihiloi specifically, and see. And I might ask some questions about them. I guess I'm very curious, being a shadow person myself.
Sure. Yeah. Do you? I'll give you some time to think of what questions you'd like to ask about it.
Thank you, because I don't
Yeah.
have any off the top of my head.
I was like, I'm gonna ask, but he clearly would have said the questions if he knew them. So we'll just we'll jump over for a second.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Okay. So yeah, while you guys are staying put, Sam, I'm guessing you go and check on the two who are asleep.
Yes.
So one of the things you would have noticed while just tending to them overnight, anyway, is they seem to remain very close. Not in like a weird way or anything like that. Just like almost that like huddled for warmth kind of thing. And after they like move or shift or anything like that, is like eventually they will like gravitate back to supporting each other effectively. There are like very like occasional moments where it's like one of them will seem like a little bit awake but will not be quite lucid, so you never like get to actually like talk to them or anything like that. But you definitely still feel that same sort of tug if you make eye contact with them, but it's always very brief because they're never like eyes open for too long anyway. Your medical assessment is about the same this morning. You think that was pretty accurate. They're just going to need some time to finish recovering. Excuse me. Second. What was your heal bonus?
My bonus to
It
heal.
was like 11 or 12 or something.
14.
14, yeah.
Or-
Cool. Thinking, hold on. Okay, yeah, no. So one thing that would stand out, that you would have definitely noticed by now, with the several hours that you've been bringing them along, they don't seem to need to use the restroom at all. Like, that hasn't happened. You haven't had to like clean anything up, and they haven't like woken up to try to like go do business. It's like it just hasn't become an issue at all at any point. They don't seem like they're soiled or anything like that. So
Sam would have some theories on that. Maybe whatever juice was in the vats was a really efficient juice.
I was gonna say, 'cause the other thing is, neither have you.
Yeah. But I got the ring of sustenance, so
You do have the ring of sustenance.
Yeah.
But you know that you
I
like
do know that I
you
intake
ate before that
some-
happened, and then now it's like, okay, you should at least have had one more time of needing to do anything, but you haven't. No bathroom breaks needed. Yeah, so that's what you notice.
peeing. No,
I fucking wouldn't. Kidding me? I mean, like, if I was like at work or something, I'd still pretend that I still had to go pee, you know, because it's like it's a break.
Yeah.
But like, I wouldn't miss it
bring
at
a
all.
water bottle and like slowly
Yeah.
drip it into the thing while you're like,
I would very much prefer to never have to use the restroom again.
Especially those like super hydrated peas, where it's like
Oh my
you drink
God.
a lot of water, but it's also the time where you drink your coffee, and then that amount of time goes by, and it's like your bladder goes, "Hey,
Yeah.
we're gonna do something about this, right?" You're like, "Do something about what?" It's like, "We're at about 115% capacity." Oh, I have to move to get to the bathroom. That's unfortunate.
That is unfortunate. Exactly.
yeah, this is weird.
Yeah.
Y'all remember your longest pee?
No,
'Cause I do.
I can safely say that I do not.
It was one of those things where I was letting my mind wander, and I realized, holy shit, I'm still peeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Definitely
wait.
had that happen before.
Yeah,
I didn't time it, but I was like, this
No,
has to be
me
a couple
neither.
minutes. Like, this is crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yes, sorry, maybe TMI
Anyway.
for some people, but
No, but we have
Yeah.
there is a pregnant lady in the chat who is just like, you have no idea. So you know what? We gotta give it fair enough. Fair enough.
yeah.
So anyway, so while they're off doing their walk, I'm assuming like never quite getting out of range of like pack empathy or anything like that, which I don't remember even what the range is.
Oh, it's in there. Oh well, that's range on.
Distance between them and the caster doesn't affect the spell as long as you're on the same plane. So never mind, they can't get out of range unless they go into another plane, which you would know, and that would be pretty that would be pretty alarming. So yeah, that's right. So anyway, while they're off, Sam well, actually both of you can roll me a perception check.
Me?
Both you and Lamia, because Lamia's there too.
Okay. I hate to
for
deny
Shakira,
my
too.
own perception. Yeah, I was gonna say, should it be Shakira instead of me? Or
Yeah, because you're busy.
yeah, okay. I was gonna bring that up because, like, technically I'm doing something, so I'm not really. It would be my passive perception, which is still perfect. Yeah. Perception. Well, she's doing her best.
Yeah, 18's not bad. But no, Lamia's going to notice beforehand. Shakira is obviously over there where you are, Sam, kind of interested in what you're doing, but also just like, I mean, she's had them strapped to her this whole time and doesn't really get to examine them much. So she's just like sniffing at them and whatnot, not really getting in the way, but she's also distracted.
Would my passive just be my bonus?
Yes.
Okay. So my
That's effectively what I use
passive
for
is
it, but
19.
Yeah,
So,
and sometimes it's just like it's off, right? But
yeah.
because there's no rules as written for passive in Pathfinder, that's just what I use.
Okay.
So cool. But Lamia, what you'll notice, as I've said before, like you guys do hear noises off in that darkness that like you can't quite see in. You've consistently been able to hear, water and you hear like air, like movement of air, basically like wind occasionally, but also just like animal noises and drips and like clicking and stuff falling in the water, stuff scraping, whatever else, just like things in the distance you cannot see. So your mind just kind of runs with whatever narrative it links to. You kind of you have to continuously like fight that from running off with some horrible thing, like because you just can't tell. But you do actually start to recognize a sound is getting closer to you. You're pretty sure it sounds like the beating of wings is approaching from out of that darkness.
Sam, did any of these shadow people have like shadowy wings?
I don't think so. Not that I can tell. They had like cloak.
They had like
Right.
tendrils that were kind of up, like
Yeah.
you might imagine wings would be, but they're definitely not wings.
Now they're like,
Well, something
Oh,
with
my
wings is
goodness.
actually approaching us.
shit. Sam like grabs his bow. Yeah.
It's definitely getting closer.
Sam's gonna do the same thing he did last time and cut. Well, not the exact same. He salt spray, but he's gonna poke his head out and try and see if he can see what's going on.
Yeah, you can see about 40 feet out. 20 regular light, 20 dim. Beyond that, you don't hear anything, but now that Lami has pointed out, you can definitely... Sorry, you don't see anything. Now that Lami has pointed out, you can definitely hear the sound of wings. Getting closer. But it seems almost like you'll hear like the initial like push of the wings. But it's almost like the sound doesn't carry too much. Like you just hear that initial like, but you don't hear like any other reaction from anything. You don't hear like how the air would interact from being moved like against other objects, anything like that. It doesn't echo. It just sort of dies immediately. And it actually, as much as you can tell based on that it is getting closer, it's almost like the sound is getting more and more dampened, like the noise itself is getting shorter as it gets closer. And then by the time that you see at the edge of whoever's light is furthest out, because you're like furthest out, by the time you actually see what it is quiet. You just see something enters into the edge of the light up above you. You definitely see what appears to be these giant bat wings, and by giant I mean these could probably, like, if Shakira had wings this size, she could fly.
Oh, okay. We're just
These
gonna
giant
look
back
like that one
wings,
time.
as whatever this creature is, like sails up above, like up ahead, overhead. Whoever's like out looking, they'll sail overhead, and they land against like the wall up above your digloo, as Sam called it before. They just like they land on it and kind of stick to it. I'm assuming it's Lamia, since she was the one who rolled the higher perception. So you're looking up there at this creature, and what it looks like is, it looks like a really, really big bat, wing-wise, but like the shape of its head and like body and stuff is less bat-like, and it almost looks more dog-like, like kind of like a thin, very like svelte, dog. It doesn't have, it's not very fuzzy. It's like very sleek, almost like oily looking fur. You can tell because like the fur on it is like kind of short and, like I said, sort of sleek looking. It's like kind of shiny almost in the light. You can tell that the flesh underneath the fur is very pale, and immediately, like as the light hits it and it sticks to the wall over there, you can see like its fur, like that like short fur around it, actually seems to shift in color to start to camouflage with the wall.
Oh, that's
pointed out to
cool.
She says, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah. Do you point that out to Sam?
Yeah. Lamia will be confused that Sam didn't notice, but it's like, oh, it's right over there.
Well,
It's
he's
like
still
a big.
inside. is why, right?
Oh, okay. It's like a big bat.
Even as you're talking, it like turns, sort of facing sideways. It like turns on the wall to look at you. You can just see this like, it's like reflectors like on a street when you like have headlights out and they just glow. Its eyes are just these like beams all of a sudden as like the light hits them from your cap, and it just stares at you. It kind of freezes.
I gotta speak with animals. You want me to go try and see if it can understand me?
Well, I think it can understand us, but I mean, obviously, we have no way to communicate with it except for
It shrieks loud, like immediately drowns you out. Just I probably peaked.
Yeah.
But it just yells at you, but but just stays there.
All right. Oh, let me.
I don't think it means any harm, though.
It shrieks again.
Okay. Oh, natural 20. Let's see.
Nice. So you guys speak with animals.
Yeah. Oh, well, here's hoping it's an animal and not
A magical creature.
Yeah. Excuse me, majestic creature of the night.
Oh, your light is covering about like half of its body, so you can see like half of it at a time. So you're seeing like its front, kind of like right side, like front right side, its face. The rest of it is kind of in the darkness at this point. When you speak over to it, you see like head tilts and like its ears like flick up. Like I said, it kind of looks dog-like, and it almost had not like floppy ears, like it had sort of shorter dog ears. But when they flip like upward, you can actually see that they sort of expand, almost like they're like contracted normally. Like they expand out and look much more bat-like. And like turns now facing Sam, and yeah, you hear a response. It just says, "Speak." How?
Yes. Magic. Abilities given to me by gods.
It shrieks. It's not even words. It just shrieks again. So allow me to like and it sort of angles itself. So now like the rest of its back is kind of just in the darkness, and it's fully. I mean, it's like on a wall, so it's like looking down at you, but it's fully facing you now. Says, "Don't know gods, no mother. Is mother God?"
Gods created mother, these caves, other creatures. Mother,
No.
parents of all.
It says, no. Mother creates.
Okay.
And you speak. You speak. You speak good.
For now.
Most you do not speak good. Food. Sweet things.
You like plants, not meat?
Yes. Yes. Fruit. Plant.
Where's the rations at? Sam's gonna dig through our rations to see what kind of dry bits of fruit we have.
I mean, yeah, there will be some.
Yeah, it's really
It's
messing with our dietary needs. Yeah,
it's also gonna be paltry for something this size, but
yeah. If you're hungry, I can give you sustenance. It doesn't taste good, but it will fill you.
tilts its head again. There's food, good.
Yeah. Sam's gonna
food for nest.
Sam's gonna wander to a quite large area if he can that has a good number of rocks or whatever. He's trying to use the maximum ability of his all food.
Just gather a huge fucking pile of rocks. Okay.
Yeah. Oh. Well. Yeah, he's gonna spend some time make sure he gets as much as he can because it's 5 pounds per level, so a lot.
Yes.
Yeah, because I'm 7. Yeah.
You're a 7th level caster. So, yeah.
Yeah. You see me sprinkle salt and pepper
35
on
pounds of shit.
it. Yeah, and I'm gonna pull off a piece and eat it.
Okay.
But like, you can try it. It's bland.
I have to check something. How much can... Wow. Damn. Okay. Yeah. So you do that. Once you eat it, it does actually drop down off of the wall. Not like on top of you, just like kind of semi nearby. Watches you for a moment and sort of walks in a circle around you. Now it's like fully in the light. Excuse me. You can see that it has this really long, sort of like whippy tail that has a bunch of these like sharp little barbs poking out of it from like halfway all the way to the tip that sort of gleam and glisten in like the light. And its fur continuously like shifts, not like entirely camouflage. It does like have this sort of like subtle effect where it starts to look a bit more like its surroundings. Where like, if this thing was hiding, then I mean at its size it would absolutely help. It would, it's still big, but it isn't really matching. What you notice is it seems to almost be like making an optical illusion to mimic like the texture of things rather than the color.
Okay. So something with like echolocation would have a harder time finding it.
Mm-hmm. Or dark vision.
Okay. Or dark. Oh yeah, because dark vision doesn't matter. Yeah.
Yep.
Everything's grayscale. You don't have to worry about color matching.
Exactly. So so it comes over and is like sniffing at the rocks and whatnot. Watches you like chewing, like kind of intently. And then it just like leans over and will like take a few of the rocks into its mouth and like smacking and chewing. Shakira is like staring intently at this thing from inside the digloo. Just like, just out like the opening, just in case she's needed. But it like sits there and chews for a moment and says, never seen eating rocks.
It's another gift of the gods.
Ah, generous. And it flicks its tongue out, much like a frog's tongue. It kind of engulfs like a chunk of the pile and like snaps it back into its mouth. And you can see like it immediately just, as soon as the tongue like retracts in, you can see like the throat sort of swell and it just swallows this. It just does that a couple more times. And eventually the whole pile is gone. You can see that it's like this like sort of area down like down part of the base of the throat and such. Yeah. You can see that swell a little bit, but it otherwise seems fine. It kind of sniffs the spot where all that stuff was, and says, "Grateful, share gift." Tilts its head.
That I share a gift, or you want to share a gift?
I share gift.
I'm not gonna say no.
It kind of like stalks over like next to your digloo thing. It pauses and like looks, like stares at Shakira for a minute, and then keeps going. Like kind of next to it.
So that one thing of like, oh, other big animal.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
I was like, okay, we're cool. Yeah, it keeps moving. It pauses once it's like a little bit away from the entrance and says, "You no claws? You no claws, no fangs."
No, use tools. Objects.
It like backs up from the wall a little bit, lashes its tail out, and a bunch of those barbs just like fly off and stick into the stone. And it looks over and says, "For you."
Oh. Thank you.
It turns all the way around, like seems to wait for a minute, like almost like measuring what it's going to do. Sits up straight, pauses, looks and says, "Cover ears."
No, hey guys, cover your ears. Or, yeah, because they don't understand.
It lets out another shriek. You only hear the beginning of it. You can hear like the immediate high note, and then your ears just start ringing, even though you have them plugged. Tilts its head a couple of times, and then takes off. Kind of similar thing. It's the takeoff itself. You kind of well, you don't hear it because your ears plugged. You can tell it like it takes off once you unplug your ears. You can hear like nothing for the first few wing beats. Then as it gets further and further, you hear that like almost like picking up from in the distance before it fades off. Of course, as it gets too far away. Obviously, so sorry. It starts to fly off. That's how that's gonna go. But you also hear these like pained noises coming from inside the Digloo. Seems to be the two people who were sleeping.
Oh, shit. Well, I'll look at the spines in a minute. I go to move back in the igloo, the Digloo.
What?
Did you not hear the people inside? I mean, if you want to try and pull those spines out, it's fine, but I don't know if they're like poisoned or something. I gotta look at them. I mean, I guess you could look at them.
I didn't. Go.
Okay. I bastard to get the Digloo.
Yeah, you go in there. Both of them are like writhing around and holding their ears.
Yeah. Forgot y'all were in here. And not able to do that. I should have had Shakira lay on your heads.
Yeah.
Roll better. Were those saves?
Yeah. those are both saving throws.
Do I get to know?
They're both fortitude
throw?
saving throws. Yes.
Hey,
fortitude.
Guys, y'all are. I'm in range, so I think at least. Would I be in range
Yeah,
to use
they
my
would have
skill?
been within 30 feet the whole time. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, if you can do that,
You were
go
never
for
that
it.
far.
I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
There's one of them.
Okay.
It's better. I mean,
Keep it at 16.
Honestly, I don't know what their fortitude
Is.
Bonus
is, but mine's 10. So,
I mean,
yeah.
You can imagine if they have Constitution damage, it's probably lower.
Yeah.
You know.
So I rolled the same as the first one, but 16. 16's not going to fail by a ton, I think.
Do you want to do a luck? Is that what you're
some things
trying
are
to...
pass fail. Some things are not sequential. You know.
Yeah,
Most
I'll roll
things,
it.
in fact, are pass fail.
Okay.
Okay,
18. 18's better. This second one, I guess for the second person, since I've already described that. 15.
How did you do that? Oh
Interesting.
my god. Do you want to roll a luck for that too?
There's something weird going on. All right. Hold on, let me roll. I can roll better than them. Roll the same.
Yeah.
Okay. Fuck it. Well, why not? Roll a luck.
16. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah.
I mean, you tried. That's all that counts.
Yeah. Look, man, he's a pretty good guy. I think he would do that.
So the first one was the lady. The other one was the guy. The lady like kind of rides around for a minute. You see her eyes open, like she kind of sits up and her eyes open a little bit, shakes her head, still holding her head. The guy's just like laying there, just like rolling around, just still covering his ears.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of gets to one side and he moves his hand, and you can see there's blood coming out of his ear.
Ah, shit. Sam will kneel down next to him. Using a heal check, can I see if this is something that can be mitigated with like a cure light wound, either from the spell or the wand?
Yeah, you can do a heal check, and then it would be do a heal
I
check
think-
first.
Look, I hate thinking of a heal check to try and heal this injury because it's a eardrum thing or
Mhm.
ear thing. So that in my head, I'm like, nah, that's bro.
No,
Somebody
no,
deals
like,
with your
to
shit.
assess the damage. Yeah, heal check
Yeah,
works.
yeah. Okay. 26.
Nice. Okay. That is very good. Yeah, you try to like clean away some of the blood and whatnot and get him to settle a little bit, and after a while he does, but he's still sort of making like, just like pained noises. Clearly like not quite awake. But after you get some of it cleared away and whatnot, yeah, you're pretty sure that probably ruptured his eardrums. You can cure him like with magic, which may restore his hearing as well. It'll definitely stop like bleeding and any further damage from happening. But yeah, that doesn't always necessarily work for like the full gamut of these like really intricate things like hearing and sight. Go ahead and give me a spellcraft check as well.
Spellcraft.
Yep.
I have points in that. Not enough.
Yeah, you're pretty sure there is a specific spell that handles those cases when just normal magical healing doesn't restore, fine senses and such after application. You're pretty sure you can't cast it. That's about all you know.
Sam pulls out the Cure Light Wound Wand number 2 because he had them labeled. He's going to use a charge on it.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the. Okay, 5. 5 is something.
Yeah.
All right.
That's a medium roll.
This one's an ability check, just so you know, that I'm about to roll.
No.
Okay. Excuse me. So you apply that. Excuse me. You have to give it a few minutes, of course. You keep cleaning the blood away and whatnot. You check the other ear, and it's like, yeah, it definitely pretty much got the same thing. Obviously, the healing is going to go throughout the body. So once you clean that away and whatnot too, it's pretty evident that it's not bleeding anymore, which is great.
I have a question that might be kind of fucked up to ask.
Mm-hmm.
For like these people that refer to these people as chattel, would speak with animals work for them
If
trying
they
to communicate?
If
No,
they
no,
have
like, if they
intelligence
were-
that's too low, yeah.
If they were okay, it's literally for intelligence level. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or
Sorry, when
yeah.
people see things as not people that are people, you treat them like animals. I was wondering about that. That idea popped
They
in
do
my
not
head.
have the animal type, no.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you can imagine that the person, the entity granting you magic, does not see it that way.
yeah. Okay. It wouldn't be for me. It'd be like if they had speakers.
Yeah.
Way to fuck with somebody's belief system of like, oh, they're lesser beings. They're mere animals. Why does speak with animals work on them then? Shut up. Go to prison.
Right to jail.
But
Yeah, you clean that
is
stuff
it-
away. You like try to like say a few things and whatnot to see if like he responds to like audible stimuli. You've gotten them to respond at least a little bit before.
Yeah.
And after a little bit, he does seem to actually like kind of turn his head and like make some kind of response. When you're talking, you go a little bit lower, there's still a response. Okay, you're pretty sure it was restored. You'll know better once he wakes up, obviously, but it seems like he's responding to audible stimuli at least.
Maybe a little hard of hearing. Well, I think
He's
his eardrum got
breathing
ruptured.
really hard, you know. You get an adrenaline
that's-
spike.
Saying this out loud for Lamia sake. Healed him a little bit. I think it's back. He might have some hearing damage.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, but at least it's not hearing loss.
You better hope it's not hearing loss.
Yeah. I don't know sign language.
Did you know that sign language, it depends on which country you're in?
Mhm.
It's very fascinating. My uncle from my father's side supposedly was deaf, according to my dad. And he said he had the hardest time like trying to translate from
I mean, it makes sense. Just like with
Yeah, it's
dialect
called
changes
ASL.
in one language. Yeah.
What's taught here is ASL, American Sign Language, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's
no, I was just from Vietic to Ulu.
Oh, this is in character. Okay.
Yeah, it was in character.
Okay.
not- No,
Okay.
I know. I know for a fact that it's that way as well in
Okay.
in the entire world. I was just
I
adding
also
it
did
as
not
a
know that was in character.
sorry.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
why I
I
said
was like, oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. Which I mean, like in my head, I was like, oh, of course, other languages would have different versions of sign language because their languages are inherently different.
Yeah, it'd be wild if everybody just knew ASL, for instance, like no matter where you were, instead of
Well, I mean,
a different sign language.
it's
Because
like
that wouldn't make sense.
You could assume they're much more regional here.
like Arabic numerals is so widely spread because they're really good.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah.
that's also numbers transcend language boundaries in that we all know what a 1 looks like, but we don't all use the same letters.
Yeah. We also don't use the same names for one.
Yeah, but we all at least know what the symbol is. I mean, but for letters and like spoken language, there are so many different alphabets.
Yes,
Yeah.
but apparently that was in character, so let's
Yes.
talk
Yeah. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Look, I watched a whole thing on numbers recently, but yeah.
but regardless,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully that didn't damage their hearing.
Well, it looked like she's fine.
In fact, she's still sitting up.
Kind of do a wave.
Her eyes like sort of drift over to like your hand as you're waving it. Then she looks up at you again. I don't know if you're trying to like avoid the eye contact or anything.
I will take my ion stone and kind of forcefully do a movement thing to see if her eyes follow it. So I will be looking at her eyes, but I don't know if she's gonna make eye contact with me.
Yeah, she seems to follow that, and so you don't get the pull, the tug, or anything. She seems to be
Good.
breathing a little bit hard, kind of like the guy is as well. Not in like the same. It's not like synchronized or anything, but it seems to be like very similar. She sort of follows it with her eyes for a moment, and then back to you, and then she like scoots back over and like puts a hand on him. And he like reaches up and like puts his hand like on like the back of her wrist. And she looks back to you, Sam, for a moment, and like says something kind of breathless. Just you have no idea what the word or phrase is. It just comes out. It's a little bit breathy, just because like she's, from the adrenaline. But she says whatever it is, and then like slowly lays back down.
I give her a pat and okay. Okay, well, at least I know she can wake up in case of an emergency and be somewhat coherent. I don't know if coherent is the right word.
Even when she like lies back down, she doesn't like immediately like pass back out or anything. And even sort of looking at them. They're both pretty pale, but she now seems to have quite a bit more color to her skin than he does.
I'm gonna dig out a ration, and see if she'll eat it. Because I mean, it's been a while since they've had food. We don't know how long that stuff is gonna last.
Yeah. She kind of glances down at it. Like, she's still laying down. Glances down at it, then up to you, and you can.
Universal eat motion.
Oh, Lamia starts eating one of her rocks to unhealthily help that.
And pulls out a bag. Rock. Ow.
She very gingerly reaches out for it, but never quite takes it out of your hand. Just reaches out and kind of holds her hand there, sort of unsteadily. You just place it, whatever it is, into her hand, and she sort of rolls a bit to free her other arm, and then will take it into both hands and pulls it to her. Says the same thing again with a little bit less exasperation. But rather than eating it, she just sort of tucks it to her chest and lays there.
I'll dig out my water skin, pour a little bit of water in my hand so she can see. I'll drink it and leave the water skin with her as well.
She doesn't respond. She sees it clearly, but doesn't say anything else.
Is it possible that that's ancient Kashari she's speaking?
It's possible.
Okay.
You would have to hear it a little bit more sustained to pick anything up.
I think that might be ancient Kasari, but Eli isn't here.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. He's saying in trying to see if there's any recognition. I will switch to Thule. Be like, Miss, do you understand? Miss, do you understand this language at all?
She doesn't respond to that at all. She clearly doesn't even know you're talking to her.
I think she might still be in some sort of shock. I'm not too sure.
Probably just doesn't even understand Miss in that language.
Yeah.
So unless you get her attention and say that, then she looks at you but doesn't respond to it.
Well, I figure if she understood something, she might pay more attention.
Well, Sam, you said that they need at least one more day's rest. Maybe letting them wake up normally without bothering them with questions might help. You know?
Communication is going to be a huge deal, though.
Well,
we have
we'll
to
see
rely on Eli to translate everything for us, like we normally have to do with a lot of languages. But he doesn't tell us everything as it's being said, which kind of is annoying. He abridges it at the end and just kind of tells us what we think, he thinks we need to know. But I don't know.
Okay, I understand being frustrated with that, but at the same time, he's bridging the gap by being the translator, Sam.
Yeah.
He's making sure we get through to each other as fast as possible so that there's less misunderstandings.
Mm-hmm. I was talking to a bat, and I was saying what the bat was saying to you.
Oh, were you? Okay. I was acting like Lamia wasn't understanding.
Okay, my bad.
No, you can always understand what Sam is saying.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm gonna go look at those spines. I think. I bet Eli's been wondering what the hell our emotions are doing. I'll tell you that right now.
No, I guess that's a good point.
When the bat did the big screech, did we feel anything from Eli and Amara?
Probably concern from Amara.
Okay. The big screech, it's an event that happened,
the historical event, the big screech.
Ah, yes, you had the Stark and Night, you had the Shabbakeha, the big screech. Yeah, I would like to, unless we want to. I know you hate it when I do this. Unless we want to switch over to Eli and Amara.
I don't hate it. I'm just making sure to give you some runway if you guys are doing other stuff.
Yeah, I would like to take a look at the spines. Okay. I was gonna see if it wanted to give me some of the spines for a trade, or maybe some of its fur as like a research thing.
Yeah, we can come back to that since
yeah,
we have given it a bit of time here.
Okay.
Eli, did you figure out what questions you had about the Nihiloi?
So I kind of wanted to just ask, like, if they were like shadows originally, or if they were from the demiplane of shadow, or if she knows if they're a hangover from the event that happened in Vungia that created like all the shadows in Vungia. And because I obviously know nothing about the Nihiloi specifically, so I'm just asking as many like general kind of rapid fire questions like that I can get about their background, I guess. Like what are they is functionally the question I'm most interested in asking, but I've got all these like theories I'm firing at her.
So you would pretty quickly pick up that like it's just not an area of expertise for her at all.
Makes sense.
And like she's at no point is she like rude or like snippy to like repeat it, but but she does definitely say a few different times, kind of apologetically, that a lot of their their knowledge and such is very specialized. Typically is very specialized. So like she knows a lot about very specific things about a lot of like different creatures and stuff that they could encounter up there where they are, or that could make it up to that area, and what their weaknesses are. She can help with that a lot. Navigating at least up where she's used to, she's very good at. She could probably take you all the way from where she's from back home without too much trouble.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of those types of things she's good at, and she's good at figuring out weaknesses of enemies, terrain, hazards, that kind of stuff. History is just it's piecemeal for her. However, she does do her best to try to answer the questions that you have. She doesn't really know much about the Vungia situation, but she tells you that as far as she knows, the Nihiloi all appeared at once. This is the first time that she has learned that like this road belongs to them, that their kingdom is like here specifically. They've always known that they have a kingdom. That's what they speak openly about representing it, but they've never been told any about its whereabouts or anything. Just that like, if the time arose that it was that they needed to know, then they would know, kind of deal. You would learn that, at least in her time, her people, I think she already said it earlier, they've mostly had peaceful dealings with them, but in general, they've kind of tried to keep each other at arm's length. As far as she knows, the Nihiloi are pretty like isolationist in a lot of ways, but there's some disagreements. Apparently, some people think that they are actually expanding their territory. Just obviously, they're not going to say anything about it if the other folks don't have a way to know or to confirm it. But there's like a disagreement about whether they were just being like, no, we have this is ours forever, nobody come over here, or if they're actually trying to take over places, and it could be a mixture of both. But to her knowledge, they all appeared at once.
Okay.
There was supposedly another group of people there at one time, with their own ruler and everything, and they all disappeared at once, and the Nihiloi were there. She does confirm that they have historians back where she's from who like catalog all of this stuff, that track that track visions, that track what is and is not confirmed, things that are consistent or disparate. They have like a lot of actual information tracking back there that's done. You won't have access to all of it because you're not one of them, but she imagines they'll be happy to to answer like some of these questions if they know the answers, so long as it's not detrimental to them and you don't prove yourself to be an enemy.
Okay.
Which is, that is the big question, right?
Right. Absolutely. Okay. Well, that's cool, I guess. That's as much as I feel like I can realistically hope to attain from her. I guess I'll just have to ask the Nihiloi the rest of my questions. Really.
Yeah.
I don't think I have too much else that I was thinking that I feel like she could answer. I have a lot of questions, but they're all for Nihiloi.
Yeah. Or they're historians at
yeah.
at her home.
At her home, yeah.
Yeah. You can imagine that conversation is interspersed with pauses to be like, are they okay? And then like the emotional state shifting and then coming back. But cool. Yeah. We'll say you guys probably have gotten back from that walk about the time that Sam is going over to examine these barbs. And so Sam, what you'll see is one, or is it Sam or is Lamia going to look? What do you guys decide?
Would Lamia like to look, or Sam can do it?
I imagine it would have been Lamia, like during when you originally were checking on if they were deaf and stuff, because you told her to.
Yeah, that works.
Okay. So it'll be when Lamia is going to check them. When you go over there, you can see that they are just buried into the stone. And when you touch one of them, like it's hard in the way that it's like keratin, like claws and stuff are made of. It's that kind of solidness that you can feel. Like it kind of has a similar texture to that, really. But it doesn't really seem to give or anything when you're like moving it or anything like that. But it is also oily. Like it's like you touch it, it's like damp with oil, and like leaves like a slickness kind of on your hand. That does not smell very good, unfortunately. Like it just came off effectively a wild animal. But it, with the fact you have gloves and stuff, you're able to get like a decent enough grip that you can pull this barb out of the stone. It was sunk in about 6 inches into the rock. And like once you've got this thing free, it's like this long, thin needle. And because you have a light source, the thing that you'll notice is it also does seem to have that camouflage thing to it. Like it's a different color. Like their fur is a little bit dark and kind of what's the word I'm looking for? It's like brownish kind of fur. But like so it's got that same color, but the look of it is almost like a needle made of stone until you pull it away, like pull it all the way out, and then it starts to look almost like cloth, like the material of your glove, like leather or cloth or something. Tawny, yes, that's the word I was looking for. It starts to look, it like sort of shifts, like the texture starts to look like that. It does seem to be very, very sharp, and when you try to, I don't know, change it to your other hand or like put it down or something like that, you realize while you're able to get a grip on this thing is that a bunch of little, like even tinier little spines kind of stick out of it, and they're just like sticking in your glove. So it like gave it a bit of grip, but also like those are pretty hard too. You can imagine if that was, say, stabbed into flesh, and you like pull that out, those kind of things are going to be left behind, which is probably not great. You don't need to get Sam's opinion on that. You're pretty sure if, something stabs you and leaves a bunch of like hard, fine needle points in the wound covered in oil, it's not going to be good for you. But they don't seem to like pierce through your glove or anything like that. They just sort of stick in the material. And you're able to like pull all of them out. In total, there's about 8 of them. And they all come free without breaking, anything like that. Like you could probably break them, but you have to like set it on the ground, with something and like stomp on it or like hit it with your weapon. Like they're sturdy. Clearly sturdy enough to pierce stone, which is kind of wild.
What should I label these as?
Something that will help you remember what they are.
Okay.
Bat tail spines.
That'll work.
Dog bat spines, bat dog spines.
Look, you have no idea how internally happy I was when you said it looked like a dog, because I'm like, it's a fruit bat. In my head, I was like, thank God. At least I hope it's a fruit bat.
Right?
It's like, man, like, I'm not a huge fan. Like, bats don't bother me. Fruit bats I can dig. But, like, what's the one that's Flying Fox, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like the best looking bat. You know, to me, I'm like, oh, dog face, yes.
Okay. I wrote it down in my notes.
Yep. Yeah, 8 of them.
Yep.
Cool. And that's about the time you guys are getting back.
Okay. So we'll get back from our adventure and be like, well, we didn't see anything super exciting. How about you guys?
Bat.
Oh, I missed a bat. I like bats. Was it little and cute and had a fruit?
Oh no, it was big.
Oh.
It was cute in a way.
It's still cute. You hear from inside.
It had no fruit. It just shrieked a lot.
Oh. Well. Okay.
I can't speak with animals and gave it small food. You hear from inside.
All right.
They woke up because the bat shrieked a lot.
Oh. Are they talking? Are they coherent?
The lady seemed to maybe speak ancient Kusiri, but I don't know. She only said it like twice.
Okay. Well, let's see what's up. I'll go see if I can talk to the lady, I guess.
One thing I said to Sam earlier, because he was trying to find ways to communicate with her when we obviously can't, maybe we just need a day for them to rest, like genuinely.
Sure. I mean, that's why we stayed here, right?
Right.
Right.
Amara is listening and says, you said it was a very large bat? About how big? Did it have spikes?
Yes, these. Lamia will take out one of the spikes.
Ah, yes, those are the Madobo.
Madobo.
Adobe. What?
I've never heard of those, but that doesn't make any difference because I haven't heard of a lot of things.
Does that sound familiar to you, Sam? I don't think it will, but I thought I'd ask.
I don't think Sam's area of expertise is deep underground. He doesn't have caves as a natural, as a favorite terrain.
You don't?
Yeah.
Shocker.
No,
Stop.
they're... Well, I won't call them harmless, but they're relatively peaceful. They mostly eat fruit. Sometimes, occasionally bugs, but they don't seem to prefer them. We often just called them pincushions.
Pincushions, huh? Because of all the spikes?
Yes.
Oh, that's
They mostly
adorable.
They are quite cute. The spines are mostly focused on their tails, but they can sprout them over the rest of their fur if they're old enough. It takes time. The very oldest of them are quite dangerous if you manage to draw their ire. But that's rare. Most everyone where I'm from is wise enough to steer clear if they're agitated and let them be if they're nearby and peaceful.
Okay. Well, that's cool still. Interesting little critter.
Many of the fruits down here, I don't think your kind would be able to process by themselves, but if the Madobo have processed them, then the insides of the pits and things may be edible.
Okay.
We would have to eat it like a bird?
Think more like
Define
a dog.
like a bird.
Oh, like the animal would have to chew the food first, and then we can consume it.
The pits. I mean, we would have to dig it out of their poop.
Oh,
She nods.
okay.
Yes, it would be the other end.
Actually, Bagwan was actually a really useful spell according to spell
No.
ingredient. According to why am I forgetting our friend's name? That's a spellcaster.
Rahala.
Rahala, thank you.
Yep, that's for fireball.
Yep. That's good.
But she says, yes, it's useful for many things. And in a pinch, anyhow, it's good that you met one and that went well. I'm glad none of you seem to immediately jump to violence.
We usually try not to. Especially when it's an animal.
Generally
Animal.
speaking, the wildlife, well, gestures out. I say here, but understand I am not as familiar with this depth. But most of it in general, it will be very clear if it's going to be hostile or not. Most will prefer not to take action and to remain relatively hidden if possible, and mind their business. Unless they're predators, in which case you have to be much more careful.
Yeah, we're really good at that.
We were fortunate that the shadow hunters had already eaten.
Yes. Is this now a good time for a break? Or?
I think Eli's going inside to try to talk to the lady.
Yep, I sure am.
I can hold it.
Right. Drink water after you get back, or while you're gone.
Oh,
Or both.
Yeah. Damn. Excuse me. Okay, Eli, so you go in. You can see that the lady is just still like laying over there, where she usually is, but with a even just like a cursory look over there, you can tell that like she's awake.
Mm-hmm.
But she doesn't say anything or anything. She definitely glances over at you, but quickly pays you no mind afterward.
I will say, like, in ancient Kashari, I'll be like, "Greetings. Do you understand me?"
Okay. You do that. She sits up very quickly and kind of like spins to face you. She's in almost like a seiza position, like on like knees, feet behind her.
Mm-hmm.
She like puts her hands like together and like down, like kind of into her lap, and like lowers her head slightly. And says, "Yes, I understand."
Are you all right?
I am well enough, sir.
None of that. Sir, or
You
well
feel
enough.
like none of that. She like
Yeah.
looks up at you almost like panicked, but then lowers her head again.
Yeah, no, you don't need honorifics. It's fine. We're just making sure that you're all right. Have you had food?
She kind of glances over back where she was lying and says, and just like nods her head.
Okay. Do you need anything?
At that, you can see that she kind of looks up at you without lifting her head, and will kind of briefly make eye contact with you. Not enough that you need a save or anything, but you immediately feel that like almost like that link where there's just like this odd familiarity, where you just have this same. It's almost like the same sensation you get when you look at any of your friends, like if they were, prostrating themselves this way and whatnot, kind of that like, oh no, come on, you almost have that like, it's like that same sensation runs through you for just a moment, but she very quickly averts her eyes. and says, "I'm ready to serve."
That's not what I asked. I asked if you needed anything.
There's some very clear hesitation, and she kind of fidgets a little and is like looking sort of left and right, and then back at the other one, and says, "My brother was hurt."
Right. Sam will definitely try and help out with that. What's your name?
Oh shit! Hold on.
You never thought I'd ask this question.
I did, and then I went and looked at other notes, so I put it away.
Yeah.
Hold on, it is. Oh, okay. Hold on, she is. Okay. Basically, she gives you like a code, almost. She is B dash let's see, HE dash 0155. I will type it.
I blink multiple times. Do you have a shorter name or a thing people call you that's not gibberish?
Oh, Mom Scribbles did it too. Because like you would like understand the language and such, when she says that, like you're hearing it as like she's saying these like numbers and letters. Lamia, you actually understand bits of it, but it's still mostly a foreign language to you, so you're mostly hearing it phonetically, and it kind of comes out sounding like Bailey. Like just the way that it kind of fits together. You can tell that's not what she's saying. It's just like if you like squish the sounds together, you could. It doesn't sound like that, but it's close enough that it sounds like a name, which is, Bailey. But she just shakes her head when you ask if she has another name that doesn't sound like gibberish.
Do you have another name that does sound like gibberish? Sorry.
She just says, "Forgive me. I don't have anything else."
No forgiveness necessary. It's you're all right. I'm just trying to find a way to call you that's more familiar and less sounds like an item number that I would purchase at a store.
She just looks up and just says, "You can call me what you like. Just let me know what to answer to."
Okay. Don't.
Almost says, "Sir."
Oh, yeah.
Stops.
No, look, I think you've been asleep a long time and you need some updating on what's going on. You're no longer a chattel or a servant. You're a free person, and our group is transporting you somewhere safe. The people who imprisoned you in the tubes are gone. It's a whole new day.
She kind of looks over at like Labia and then back to the other one.
Yeah.
Her brother. Then back up to you and says, I don't understand.
Right. I was worried about that.
Slowly like has lifted her head up a little bit more, but she's like almost just ready to snap back down, Yeah.
I don't know exactly how long you were in stasis, but it's been a very long time.
Okay.
I'm not going to make the same mistake I made earlier. Do you know what year you went in there?
She shakes her head.
Okay.
That's a good call.
we can't be that lucky. But no, fair enough. Okay. Well, it's been a long time. That's all I know. Things have changed. Stuff is different. We're actually from the above ground.
Her eyes widen.
Yeah. And so we found you and freed you. And
She nods. You look like them.
like who?
Like the she thinks it will sound like gibberish.
That's fine.
The ones who were worthy, that succeeded.
Okay. I get. Well, maybe. I'm just some guy who lives in Tsegia, who happened upon a very weird set of circumstances. Anyways, the point is, there are others like us who are our friends, and we're trying to meet back up with them. And then when we all get together, we can figure out how to proceed when we're not being chased by weird nightmare creatures.
She nods. How can I assist?
Well, I look at Lamia. She can rest, right? I know you can't
What?
understand. She wanted to know what she can do to help. She can rest. Yeah.
Oh,
I look. Go ahead.
yeah. I
Okay.
mean, that's what we're doing today. We're resting.
Right. Yeah, you can rest. You can relax and take it easy. Today is a day of rest.
She looks legitimately confused.
Yeah. And you can come up with your own name, whatever you'd like to be called. That's not just letters and numbers.
Okay, give me a diplomacy check.
All
Wait,
right.
actually, before you do that, can I make a linguistics check specifically for name because he said it so many times?
I mean, you don't need to. You could probably pick up,
Okay.
that word.
I scared the cat
Aw, poor
with my
Poe.
one.
Lamia goes, "Oh, she needs a name?"
Yeah, she doesn't have one. It's just letters and numbers and stuff.
It sounds like Bailey.
Well, if she likes that, you can call her that. If she said we can call her whatever we want, but I wanted, to see if she wanted to pick a name.
Well, recommend that to her.
Sure.
She just nodded when you said she'll to come up with a name that she could be called. She just nods, but doesn't add any other input.
Head nod at Lamia. She says your name, your designation, I guess, sounds like Bailey.
All right.
Good for thought.
Doesn't know what to do with this information.
Yep. We'll look. You take a rest. We'll talk later.
Yes.
Yeah, you almost did it. Don't do that.
You actually do get like a small smile when you catch her on that, and then she bows her head again instinctively.
Okay. Let us know if you need anything. Then I go to, I guess, whenever Sam comes back, to talk to Sam about this as well and fill him in since he's probably doing something else. So.
Well, what are you doing, Lamia? She doesn't move while you're sitting there. She just stays in that position.
Yeah, I guess. Oh, okay. Lamia will get out of the cave so she can more visibly relax, hopefully. And she is going to try and read her book.
Okay. Cool. In that case, I guess you're reading your book.
Yay!
Yeah, Eli, you get out there. Sam is using the restroom, apparently. Or trying to. You don't know if he's succeeding.
I'll yell at him while he's peeing, just to bother him. But yeah, anyways. You ever just been, trying to mind your own business in a bathroom, and then somebody just yells into the restroom randomly. Yeah, in Walmart last week while you were while you were me. It's very disorienting.
Yeah,
that is
whenever that
annoying.
happens, it's terrifying.
Right? You're just, what the fuck?
Somebody just was like, "Greg," and I was like, looking around, just like Greg, like yelling into the bathroom. I was like, "Well, he isn't in here."
Like, they keep yelling, and it's like, what do you want me to answer? I'm not Greg.
Yeah.
Amara will ask, if you learned anything from them. I'm assuming you're like, nah, not really. But
Yeah, I'll just they don't got names. They got letters and numbers, buddy. They think they're clone troopers or something. So we got to give them names, I guess.
Should I be allowed to do that?
No.
I told them to pick their own names. Well, I told her to pick her own name, but she looks like about as confused as a fish when you tell it to walk on land.
Yeah, she does kind of look like a lungfish. No, that's a terrible name. Pisces? I don't know if that would
There's
really exist.
Listen, okay, so my partner and I were watching Big Brother, and there's a lady who looks kind of like a fish.
Ew!
I never remember her name, but we're
No,
just
I
like,
believe.
fish lady. And that's a terrible way to remember somebody's name, but look, some people, they just got that look where you're like, for some reason, they just remind me of a fish.
Big Brother is like one of the reality shows that I just can't do.
Mm.
It's too much of.
It's more fun when you
Watch these
it
people live
with
in a house.
somebody and
Yeah.
just kind of like make jokes about it while you watch.
Hmm.
My favorite thing is the way the announcer says it. He goes, "Big Brother," and so
I'll be
that's how
right
I say
back.
it every time.
neat. So,
We learned they don't have names. They have
Yeah.
numbers.
it does sound like she sat up and had like a full conversation, which is maybe a little surprising to Sam.
Okay.
Yep, we did. I told her to take it easy and rest. So
So they are speaking
ancient Kashari, yeah.
ancient Shari. Okay. Yeah. You're going to be 1A, you're going to be 1B. No, how about Lapis and Lazuli? No. For those of you who don't know, Android 17 and 18
That is their
And,
actual names.
yeah, in Dragon Ball were Lapis and Lazuli.
Yeah.
Which is why I really like in the Abridged series that they call her Lapis a lot.
Mm-hmm. Do you guys do anything with
now-
that information, or like what?
I'll
We're-
say
we're
so
drifted into
we
nonsense
learned
here.
that phonetically her name sounds kind of like Bailey from Lamia, and so I suggested that. But who knows? She looked again. She stared at me like I was like, "Fly." Just
I
do
mean,
it.
understandable.
What's wrong with you?
They've probably never seen us before, or at least
She,
this version of us.
She said that we looked like the Chosen or something. I don't remember what it was called. But yeah, the point is, I already had to tell her to stop calling me sir and had to explain that she's free. And again, that boggled her mind. So,
She's not free.
you know.
No, I'm joking.
But I guess I don't have anything to do for the rest of the day. They're going to relax. You can medically make sure they're okay. But like,
Right.
I'm just going to putz around and be a bother. That's pretty much what I've got planned for today.
We got some of them quails. Did you want to look to see if they're magic? Or I think they came off of a regular animal, so I don't think that's magic.
I mean, I can check them out all the same.
I mean, if you're not doing nothing,
I'm not.
wouldn't want hurt. Okay.
Oh no, they're not.
Yeah. Hey, worth a check, I think. Yeah, especially if you're not doing anything.
They would definitely hurt real bad though if you got hit with one.
Yep.
Do you actually like sit and examine them, Sam?
Sure.
Okay. Give me a heal check actually.
Hey.
Damn.
Yep.
Okay. All right, yeah, you get some details about these. So for one thing, obviously, like these are clearly meant to, for use in combat, right? They deal piercing damage, obviously, and they deal a D8 of damage.
Damn. Okay.
As their base. They're quite long. They're about the size, like in total, they're about the size of an arrow for like a longbow. So they're not small. In fact, they're light enough. You think with a little bit of work, if you could make any kind of like makeshift fletching of any kind, you could probably use them in the way an arrow would be used. You need to like wrap part of it with something so that they don't stick or anything like that when you're moving them. But wait, brain. Hold on. I have to finish this thought in my head so I can say it out loud correctly. Cool. Yeah. So you'd probably have to. You think you'd have to like wrap something around them so they don't stick to those like needly hairs that come off them. But after a little bit even more examining, you realize no, you wouldn't. Those only like you can actually like pull across like from tip to end, and they flatten. So if you were like knocking on a bow, as long as once you draw it back, it would probably like pull some of them up, but it's pretty smooth, so it's unlikely it would raise any of them. It's really meant for those to pop up as it's pulled out.
So they're like barbs.
They're like barbs, yeah.
Okay.
They're way smaller and finer. They're more meant to like break,
spider
like,
barbs,
clutter into a wound, rather than be like actually like thorns or anything like sticking.
Okay.
And if you were to do that mechanically, it can function as an arrow or bolt, but it would reduce its range increment by 10. Because like the weight and shape of it doesn't fly as easily.
Yeah, it's not a perfect arrow,
Right. However, it does leave lasting wounds whenever it lands. It doesn't actually. It is the effect that it causes is treated as a poison, but it doesn't give you a save. Once you take damage from these, the wound that it causes takes significant effort to heal. And it will continue to bleed while that wound is there. So the person would have persistent bleed, so which is 1d6. You just keep bleeding 1d6. Typically, to stop bleeding is a DC 15 heal check. With these, because of how they're fashioned, it is increased by 10. So you're looking at DC 25 heal check to stop the bleeding. Magical healing will overcome that. And a very, very skilled practitioner can find ways to make that more likely. But for most people, obviously, that is going to be fatal very quickly. It is a great deterrent for anything that is trying to attack you. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for a regular animal, that's a crazy thing to have.
Yes.
Like crazy good evolutionary defense thing.
Mm-hmm.
I say defense. I don't know how well they could. As good a defense as attacking for a defense would be,
Yeah, I mean, and he clearly flung them from a decent distance, so Excuse me.
Something like this, I made me wish I kept more of Sherlock's feathers.
This is about the tail spines, right?
Yes.
So do you want to split these, Sam? 4 for me, 4 for you?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see why Eli couldn't stab somebody with them, or tomorrow.
Yeah.
I guess that's a good point.
They would be improvised weapons, so that if you're trying to stab people with them. but
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
you take
I'll
the minus
just-
4.
I'll just stick with magic.
But you think you could
Can it be
probably
used as a
throw
thrown
'em
weapon?
Okay.
Yeah,
Mhm.
okay.
You could probably
Okay.
throw them okay. If
Would
you're
I
wearing like any
make
kind of armor
fletching
or
or anything like
gloves,
that? Yeah. Sorry.
potentially.
Yep.
Like if you're gonna do that, then we can like get into like how it helps.
Okay.
But if you're wearing like gloves or any kind of armor or anything like that that provides gauntlets or gloves, then throwing them is pretty safe. You don't have to worry about anything. If you're like barehanded, if you try to use them, you do have to make a DC 12 reflex save, or you get them stuck in your hand.
Yeah, I'll stick with magic. Thanks.
Yeah.
You could probably, in character, using your twine, we could probably wrap part of the back end with twine tightly enough to be able to use them not too bad. It would take a while.
Didn't
could
you
make a
just
handle.
basically say they could be basically used as like a arrow?
We don't have.
Yeah, but I had to
like
get
an
fletching.
atlatl. That'd be a
and,
fun thing to shoot out of an atlatl at
I
somebody.
mean,
Yes.
I could probably improvise some string as a fletching. I could make like I think they're called a flu arrow. They're usually made out of like the non-flight feathers, but they're actually made to slow down an arrow, so the range would be awful. It would probably be better just to throw them.
Yeah, if you're throwing them, they have a range increment of 10.
For those who don't know, flu arrows are used to shoot flying things because they slow down rapidly after shooting, so you don't shoot your arrow hundreds of yards, or like tens and dozens of yards. I guess I should say, not hundreds, but like, yeah, it's almost a thing like shooting subsonic rounds, but like also shotgun. It's weird.
Yeah.
Similar.
Yeah, I was gonna say similar to why when hunting things that are in the air, you use things like birdshot, not solid shot, because if you're using rounds, they will come down somewhere else and injure some poor person.
Yep.
Did you get the info on those, Molly?
I wrote D6 bleeding
DC8
and 25 heal check to overcome the
They
bleeding.
have a base damage of D8.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I was gonna say. They are D8.
Write that in.
Man, I don't know. You're going to be reading, right?
Yeah,
She's
I'm
gonna
gonna
be
be reading today.
Okay. I guess in between checking them, could I try and wrap these with cordage or excuse me, string? I don't with the rope of many whatever.
Yeah,
not
her
rope.
infinite twine rope. Yeah, you can get a lot of it. You can get as much of it as
It goes rope and twine. There is no like in
It's
between
those two.
of that.
Yeah, it's just
correct?
those two. Yeah.
Okay. In and rope.
But like twine would work.
Okay.
Just
Because
a lot of it.
In my head, I'm wanting something more like paracord thickness. Like
Yeah.
it's not really rope. It is rope, but it's not rope as you would use for like climbing.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, you can do that as tending to them medically and stuff is light activity, so you can like do other things as well. It's not like you have to sit there and watch them like a hawk, right? Which I would say that would remove the risk of hurting yourself when using them ungloved.
Okay. So I think Sam has gloves, but it's one of those things of like, it's iffy if he's actually wearing them sometimes. There's 8 of them. I went ahead and put 4 in my inventory. So I think we'll just divide them between us and us.
Yeah.
two.
That's what I intended.
Be nice for a thrown weapon for you if you want to get somebody while they're just out of range instead of having to move up. I'll spend my time in between, making sure they're fine, wrapping those. I'll be wearing some gloves when I do it. That way I'm not like, oops.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to bleed. Where are my tweezers at?
Yeah, if you did happen to stab yourself, it's not, you don't take like a full D8 and then D6 bleed the whole time. It's much less than that. But
D6 bleed. Yeah.
Can you
If you
imagine
actually
if just
injure
like
somebody with it.
accidentally injuring yourself did the full damage of stuff? So you're like sharpening like a long sword and you just accidentally do like a D8 to yourself.
Very dangerous at low levels.
I was thinking like you get like one of the tiny hairs like in your hand, and it just suddenly becomes a full sized one. It's like, but yeah, cool. Yeah, I can say you
Dave,
can,
I wanna hold
yeah,
your
using
cat.
twine and using twine and stuff. You can remove that risk. But cool. So Eli, you already said you're not really doing anything in particular for the rest of the day. Just keep an eye out, being chit chat with people when it's necessary, that kind of deal. Ronnie is reading, and then Sam's doing what he's doing. Amara is also just mostly just keeping watch and occasionally wandering a bit and whatnot, but nothing particular.
I will say, somewhere near the end of the day, I will check in on Ozluthi because I haven't heard from her all day, obviously.
Nope.
And we set it off in a weird spot. So somewhere near the end of the day, I'll be like, "Hey, Your Majesty, you doing all right in there?"
Did you die, did?
Yeah.
Okay, I will keep that in mind. We'll go. I think there's reading. Okay, yeah, all of you give me perception checks.
Including Shakira.
Not one for Shakira because I don't think it would matter much to her.
Alright.
I don't think it would register to her, I guess.
Sorry, I had to blow my nose.
Very good.
You hear that? There's a group of people blowing their nose all at the same time. I gotta get me to that party, boy.
Thanks, Mr. Tim.
Mr. Tim. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So we got a 27, a 21, and a 17.
17.
Okay, no surprise there. So yeah. So throughout the day, as you're like tending to them and occasionally like leaving and whatnot, I imagine you guys are occasionally leave the Digloo to like give them some like a little bit of privacy or whatever, just so that they'll relax or whatever before you come back in. You're doing whatever you're doing. Besides, it's kind of warm in there. It's warm it's warm here, but if you're all like cramped up in there, that thing is insulated. So I imagine there's lots of breaks to leave and come back.
Why do you keep an issue?
Yeah. So which is good and bad, but anyway. So but Sam, yeah, you're pretty sure that you hear that like you can hear them talking whenever you guys aren't in there. It's like very, very low, and it sounds, you can't quite put your finger on it, but it definitely sounds different than the language that they were speaking to Eli, and they've said a few times. Again, can't quite put your finger on like what's different. It sounds, it hits your ear different than that does. But they obviously seem to stop once you go in, and you mostly hear the woman talking, but you will occasionally hear like weak, kind of exhausted replies from the brother.
Okay. I will point that out to Eli, and I mean, like it makes like a low tone.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense for him to.
Yeah,
talk,
just let them talk.
But we don't know what kind of secrets that might be keeping as well. I mean, I'm just throwing it
I
out
was
there.
gonna say, do you, Lamia, if you heard it, recognize that other language since you have the linguistic skill? Not.
I have to listen. I don't know if I want to listen, to be honest.
I at least want to know just what language is speaking, I guess. But yeah,
Not one I recognize.
Wow.
It's also different from what they're speaking to you. So
Right. That's why I'm interested, because if we can talk to them in a language that's more comfortable to them, that'd be probably preferable than something else. But yeah, I mean, I'm not saying listening on the conversation. Just if you can figure out what they're speaking in, it might be helpful.
Okay. Lamia will go to like the near the area of the tunnel. I mean, beginning of
The
the tunnel
entrance.
kind of thing. Yeah, to try and like hear if she can or not understand, get a inkling of what language they might be speaking.
Okay. It's not particularly often, so you stay there for a little while. You kind of wander off at some point, or tell Sam, "Hey, let me know if you hear it again. I'll come back over here." That kind of thing. Over the course of like a few hours, really, you definitely do get with your check. You definitely are able to hear it a few times, and at first you're like, you just don't think you're hearing it very well. But after a few other times, no, you're definitely hearing it. Excuse me. It's just like it never quite forms the words that you're expecting. Go ahead and roll me linguistics.
Roll some linguini. I'm gonna make some pasta.
Some pasta.
Damn.
It's a tie tonight so far.
Who rolled a 1 when I was gone?
I'm assuming you don't want to burn your
Eli.
hero point on that.
No, not the hero point. You want to? Do you guys think it's worth it to roll luck? I don't think it would
18 might be pretty high, but if it's a language that we don't know,
yeah, I was gonna say linguistics checks are usually higher than that, but
Okay, if it's
like,
Yeah,
I'm
that's why
always
I asked
gonna
about the
say,
hero point, because you can re-roll, but
yeah, I'm always gonna.
Oh, right. That is right. I can re-roll. Yeah, okay. I'll re-roll.
yeah, nobody has Fortune's favor or anything like that right now. So, oh, so you said you are using it?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and use it.
Well, let me remove
We also have a
that.
+2, right?
Oh,
You
that's
also
much
have a
better.
+2. You have a +2 that has to be used
That's
this session
much
as well.
better.
That is a lot better. Cool. Assuming you're sticking to the 31 then.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
18 instead of 18.
So yeah, after listening for a while, it starts to kind of click. Okay, you're not going to be able to figure out what exactly they're saying at most points, but you can start to tell because there's like a couple of words you're able to pick out that it seems like it is a very heavily like skewed version of Ancient Kashari. Like it's just really, really different. Like just the heaviest accent, but also like they're using some words differently, and some words might not even be from that language. It's spoken
Might it
like
be-
much faster. Like some words are getting combined, some are like broken up, some are like skipped entirely. So you definitely aren't going to be able to pick out what the conversation is. Not that you wanted to, but you don't think you could.
No.
But it's, as far as you know, that there isn't a word for that language.
Okay. Might it be like a coded language between like siblings or family?
Could be.
Like, okay. Then yeah.
Basically,
Lamia.
it's a heavily skewed version of another language, right?
Okay.
Hey,
Lamia
Ashley?
will go to Eli and Sam. It sounds a little like Ancient Kashari, but I kind of think it's a coded language between family, to be honest, because there's like slew of different words that are not. I mean, I know I'm not. I don't know all of Ancient Kashari or anything, but it sounds like part mostly like taking from that as the base language, but then making its own form from it.
I
I'm
wonder if
almost. Oh, it's kind of like. Well, you don't have ancient Ulu.
I mean, I wonder if it could be something like something they came up with so they can converse without the authorities understanding what they're talking about.
sure, could be something like a servant's cant.
So I don't think any of us can actually get a incline of what they're going to say unless they feel like talking about it.
Oh no, that's fine. If they had just been speaking a different language, I just wanted to know if there was something more familiar to them, so we could make them feel a little less, formal. They're very formal when you talk to them. So I was just trying to get them to feel a little bit more relaxed. But if it's their own, then it's their own, and I'll just talk to them the only way I can.
Okay, I'll go back to my book now.
I'll go back to meddling in whatever I'm doing.
Neato. Okay, you guys otherwise just rest the remainder of the day?
Yeah, well, besides mine. Stuff.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Several more hours go by. You eat. You occasionally, I imagine, say a few things to them. Nothing in particular comes of it. Excuse me. Like Eli, anytime you go in there, it seems to be not a repeat of the first conversation, but the same demeanor. It doesn't seem like she doesn't seem to be like warming up to you or anything like that. Just is still maybe just terrified, for lack of a better word. And eventually, Amara will say, it's fairly close to evening now. I imagine you're going to begin getting tired soon.
Yeah, or at least getting ready to rest. I don't know if Sam gets tired anymore with his weird little fancy ring.
It will be heavily reduced. The fatigue will come, but it flees much faster than for you.
I'm also
Some of
built
us-
different.
Shut the hell up, Sam. Did you want first watch like normal, or
You only got to sleep 2 hours, so I can be good for a while. About 2 hours. I took a nap earlier.
Okay.
It was unintentional. But, yeah.
Oh. Anyways, I'll take my customary last watch, and
Yes. Thank
I
you, Eli.
guess, yeah.
Oh, I guess explain to them, if they need to be explained to, that we're sleeping in the cave. And our watches are a perfectly normal thing, maybe?
Sure, I'll let him know what's going on.
You do.
Give him the lowdown. The what for?
They have no input.
Shocker. Shocker.
Like, I mean, that they know now, but they have no input.
Yeah. Cool.
All right. Watch is established, and then Eli, you're going to check in on those Litzy.
Yep.
All right. How do you check in?
I'm just gonna be like, Your Majesty, haven't heard from you. You doing all right in there?
You don't get a response.
Troubling. Okay. Maybe when I go to sleep, I'll see if I can chat with her better, because I can contact her better in that like dream space, that liminal space in my brain.
Cool. So yeah, you guys go to sleep, or you start doing your watches. Eli goes to sleep, and Eli, it's like as you're like lying down, it's like right when you get comfortable, you hear a voice in your head.
Yeah.
That says, "I was preoccupied. I am still present." And then you've like forgotten that you like how you even asked.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, good. Sure. Just hadn't heard from you all day, which was strange.
Our last conversation was taxing.
Yeah. I could see that. You're
Are you
doing
preparing to
all
rest?
right now? Yeah, I was, yes.
We will speak then.
Okay. It's just
But I want to sleep.
yeah. That was exactly my thought. I was like, but I wanted to have actual sleep.
Okay. Yeah, you do eventually finally get to sleep. Trying to be like, okay, go into the thing where I can chat, not the other thing. I don't want to get woken up in my brain She's like threading the needle on that. You'll have to
Yeah,
roll for it.
nothing's
You've done it
worse
enough
than
times.
being woken up in your sleep to find out you're still asleep and then to
Yeah, it
not
sucks.
feel rested. Like, oh god.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna get into that. Anyway, so yeah, but yeah, you've done this enough times that you no check need to be made. You eventually are in your mental space, your office again. And hers looks different. Her half of your brain looks different. Whereas before it was this like grandiose structure, this like weird cathedral thing dedicated to her. You now see a it's like actually a pretty Spartan, very bare living space. It looks like there's like a window of some kind. It actually looks like it's made of wood. Now, you have no idea how to identify what type of wood. It looks kind of weird to you. It's like dark gray or something. And you can see that there's like a few chairs. It looks to be a fire pit. And basically not much else.
Okay.
Sitting on one side of this fire pit, you see Osluthi is there. When she speaks, it's like her voice is like perfectly volumed to like for you to hear it, even though there's like space between you. And she says, "You truly didn't. You didn't force that memory onto me."
Nope. I grab my like comfy rolly chair and slide it like closer to the barrier and sit down.
Kind of kick your foot out. Like there doesn't actually seem to be a barrier there. It just seemed like it
Oh,
wouldn't let
okay.
her push stuff at you through it.
Cool. Yeah, I'll put my feet up on something.
It's like a border, but not like a doesn't prevent you. And she says, "It is upsetting. The reminder of comfort. Have you ever thought of what it might be like to become a god?"
No.
You can see this. You can see her head kind of tilt. Never even crossed your mind.
I, other than maybe what I learned of the Caliph and what he had to go through, I don't think I really thought of it as a thing people could do, I guess.
It is and isn't a thing people can do. It is possible and historically accurate to say that many gods that exist today were once mortal. But you cannot remain so once that threshold is crossed. As you are now. We discussed it to an extent, but you are many facets. There's a complexity, but also an imbalance. You exist in many spaces on the inside. You can represent many things. You can shift and change. That is what it means to be mortal. It is what you shed to become a god. I was slain in the moments just before ascension. I remember it. It is a miracle that my soul was not destroyed, scattered amongst the astral. But that memory is not like others. It is not a contained, singular moment like yours. It stretches further back than my birth, and further ahead, far after my death. It is all things at once. It was like in a moment, eternity was being written into me. What I was no more. It had never been. I could be nothing else. And now I cannot change. You have reminded me of what caused me to seek out godhood in the first place. But it's like looking at scenes from someone else's life. I know it was me who was torn from her mother. And it was me who endured the strict, demanding training for what I was meant to be. But I can't have the same desires that girl had. Clawing their way ahead would to ultimately change it all. To tear it all down and make so that there would be not another me. I lost it, and when the time came, I couldn't reach it again. Even still, I want eternity. I want to be everlasting. You can actually see like a little bit of a smile, even from your distance. It's just this, in this space, sharing it with yourself. I cannot escape the reminders of my mortality. It is frustrating. And I'm certain that this, she like gestures a little bit, this nostalgia, this fleeting, I don't know what to call it, but I'm certain it will fade. It is nice for now, but I am what I am, Eli. When I said I release you, you felt the difference, didn't you?
A nod.
That is because it was returned to you. That part of your soul I held on to as collateral, as assurance, as control. Hadn't found the right time to use it. Or even the right way. Hadn't decided. And if another moment had passed before I let it go back to you, even a second, I would not have relinquished it. The part of me that released that to you, that remembered all of those other things, swallowed up so quickly. You will not see it again.
Well, all the same, I suppose I appreciate it and am thankful. And if in small part we can make this more of a partnership and less of a arrangement like that, less of a transaction, I think we'll both be better for it. It'll work better for both of us.
There's a chuckle. Perhaps it would be. What's done is done. I cannot snatch from you what you have not offered again. I've relinquished it, as I said. But I am not lying when I tell you I can't truly change. I can feel it. There will be no difference. Do you understand? I am the same creature that I was at the moment of my death.
Okay. Yeah. That makes sense.
But For a moment, I regret. Don't know that I want to be this. I do not know how to die, Eli. I do not know how to enter the cycle, to face judgment, to be reborn. I don't even know that a soul as mine can. And I know, perhaps in minutes or hours, that want will be gone as well. And I will detest you for knowing it ever existed. There's a very long pause. You can even see her like demeanor shifting in that pause. And she just says, "That is all."
All right. Well, before you do decide to detest me, and before all of that, I suppose I'll take my leave and let you go. But to let you also know, Lizzie, who you were, and we would have been friends. And I hold out my hand as if to, like, shake her hand. Who you are now, we can at least be partners.
I do not want to let you roll. But yeah, you can roll me a diplomacy check.
I can't give you the +8. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's okay. As
Never
long as it's
good.
not a 1 again.
You can only
I
give him a
would've.
+4, but
Oh, you're right.
Hey, all right, 23. Middle
Okay.
of the road. I'll take that.
Do
That's-
luck.
that's not terrible.
Yeah, I'll roll luck.
You also have your session
Yeah.
+2 thing.
24.
That's up to you.
Do we want to do the +2?
Fuck it, do it.
It's
Yeah,
10 o'clock.
so make it
All right.
25.
Yeah, we've all
26.
Oh,
Because
25.
I
26.
rolled a 1 on the luck.
Okay, hold on. Actually, I have to check a thing. I haven't had to pull up her fucking sheet in a minute.
We know at the end of last week, we barely made the diplomacy check last time.
Mm-hmm. Her disposition was different then, though.
Yeah, that is true.
She was
It is-
hostile.
Yeah, it's not the same as what you changed it to in that moment, but it is still different. I have to check stats. Holy shit, that's a high charisma. Okay. So 26 is where you're at?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. No other modifications.
Nope.
Correct.
We did
I don't
everything
have
we
anything else
could.
to modify.
You can almost feel that she's like looking at your hand.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a longer pause than you've probably ever seen from her. It takes a while. And like you can almost feel like Eli is like, first of all, you're in like a dream space, so things are a bit ephemeral. But Eli is good enough to like he can kind of feel the ebb and flow of like a conversation, of an interaction pretty well. He's accustomed to that. Not in like the you've got a good sense motive way, just like stuff that you can tell when you're like not doing well when you're trying to express yourself or and you can almost sense that like you almost feel like okay she's about to shake your hand, but like you can actually feel that like rapidly going away. And eventually it's just sort of gone. And she just says, "Duly noted, Eli."
Well, all right then. I shake my own hand.
Yeah.
Did drink water.
Okay. Then yeah, I don't know if you have anything else from that, or if you kick back in your chair and go all the way to sleep, like let the dream pass, or
Yeah, I like root around in the office for a minute and find like an old blanket or something in a trunk that I would normally have slept on the couch with or something, and just kind of throw it over me in my chair and go, well, I'm going to actual sleep.
nice. You relinquish your lucidity. Okay. Cool. We don't need to roll for watches this one. I already did earlier. Just fast. I just need to look at what I got. Nothing. Cool. Sweet. Morning comes around. Nothing crazy happens overnight. Damn, excuse me. Like you still hear weird sounds and shit out there. Just occasionally like some like shrieking thing or whatever. Like, some animals getting eaten. At least I hope it's an animal. You know, like just something out there. Which I think I don't remember if I said it after the session or while we were live, but like just the idea of being like, yeah, there's just dark out there and you can't go, you just know shit's out there, you can't see it, is fucking horrifying to me.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, it's like if you could hear the deep part of the ocean while you're on the surface.
Oh,
It's like
Lord.
fuck that, dude, right? But cool. Morning comes around. You guys wake up. In the morning, or after rest, Sam checking on the other two. The lady seems to have recovered quite a bit. And oddly, the male's recovery seems to have slowed quite a bit. Like, he's not getting worse. It's just he doesn't seem nearly as like recovered as you expected him to be at this point. Like, he could probably get up and whatnot if you like wake him up and that kind of thing. Like, it seems like he can be somewhat coherent. He's not gonna be able to travel very far on his own power though.
Interesting.
Well, there's always soothing mud, which I took for.
Oh, you think the problem is for that to be able to fix?
I don't know. I'm gonna explain to him that
Non-lethal.
this probably won't work because I have to roll super high on the recovery to be able to cast it twice. Okay, we're gonna try anyway. If Eli will explain to them what I'm doing, I'm gonna try and make some soothing mud that will help if I manage to pull it off.
Okay. They obviously don't argue.
Yeah.
The brother definitely still seems very groggy. Like, he nods. It's like listening. But he's doing that thing where, like, he's usually got one eye open. And most of his movements are still kind of like, I think, a little bit of a grimace before he does them. His sister seems to be, like, supporting him a lot in, like, whatever he's doing.
Yeah. This is all in character, because I do normally pray for my spells. But I do say a prayer to Mr. Gaia before I cast a spell. I'm not looking at advantage, this is double flavored. And also, when I do shit like this, I roll high sometimes, so I may be trying to garner the karma system. Of like, hey, I really need you to help me out here. I'm using your gifts, but I also need a lot of luck to get this to work. I understand if it's too far from your abilities at the moment. And I'll cast Soothing Mud. Oh, shit! Okay.
He recovered it! Oh my god!
Yeah. My one.
Hey, you said you needed a little luck.
Yep.
That's a little.
Mud. Simply
Wet
down.
mud, okay.
Source one hit point. Partially or completely submerged for 1 full minute.
Oh, Ellie redeemed snails, please.
Snails, please. Ah. I tried to fall on.
Way.
way.
Oh, my internet's not good. Once per day. Yeah, so I need a full minute. That's 1 round per level, so I'd have to cast it twice because I'm only 7.
Gotcha.
It's only 42 seconds. In
Stupid
theory.
headphones are dying, so they keep yelling at me to charge them.
Yeah.
These are I'm gonna just have to get another set. These work really well, but when they get low battery, it literally will it'll stop the audio, so I won't be able to hear you. It'll be like, low battery, please charge. It just keeps doing that.
That's so annoying.
It is incredibly fucking annoying.
Microphone part of mine is like
Nice.
getting broken in right there. So, not that I use this microphone a lot, but also these are like the adhesion material that's holding the pads to the headphones is also coming off. So, also these are Astros A40s and the microphones suck on them. So,
these wouldn't be that bad if they didn't do that shit, and if the charging port wasn't all kind of fucky. So, we'll see. Hopefully they last. Anyway, let's see.
So would you like me to go ahead and cast it a second time because it's going to need it anyway?
Each round, just 1 point. Oh, like that's perfect. Also heal the 1d4. Yes, yeah.
Hey, you might recover this one.
Yeah.
He did not. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have to roll a.
Which means so that lasts
15?
a total of 14 rounds. So, okay, yeah, that will restore 1d4 points of ability damage. Obviously, they get to choose they're gonna choose their con. But yeah, go ahead and roll 1d4. Well, that's better than none.
Is that for one of them, or is that for?
Hold on. I guess it would be rolling for each. Yeah, I feel like it rolls for each.
Okay.
So that's it's 1 for one of them, for the other.
Look, this one doesn't count. I'm doing it again. Okay. I can roll something other than a 1. That's literally the only reason I wanted to check. Because if I rolled 3 ones in a row, I was going to flip out.
It could happen, man.
Oh, yeah. It's like minimum. Hey, 1 point's better than nothing, I guess.
Yeah, normally that's a full day of rest. You know,
and it might be what they need to get to whatever the next cap is. We don't know.
Yeah. Especially if he's not doing well. Carl. If Carl's not doing well, then...
We don't even know his thing, but sure, Carl.
Carl and Donut.
Okay, so yeah, they both stay in the mud for over a minute. They stay in the whole time it's there. And
Sam's also in the mud.
Oh, okay. Sam's also in the mud. So at the end of it, you go like check them again and whatnot. Go ahead and give me a heal check.
Yep.
I will tell you
Sam
just
just
right
wants
now,
to be in the mud.
This has a high DC for a decent piece of information.
Okay. Oops, I unchecked heal.
Nice.
Ooh, what is that? Even. Can't even see
Like
it. My
a
name's
3? A 3, yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3.
Gross. You said it's probably be high. 20 is not
For
high.
a specific piece of information, it is high.
20 might be high enough, but I mean, it's hard to tell because we're 10th level adventurers.
No, my heal is great. A 3 is not great in any case. I could have rolled a 14 and it would have only been +3. That's still not happening, you know?
Yeah. There's varying degrees of success here, so... Yeah.
Go ahead and roll a luck.
What's our luck at? Check full luck 6?
I know Ellie gave us another 6-pack.
I think she also said snails, please.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
she
Yeah,
already
he
got
did
that.
that.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll up. Hey, 4.
See, we're at 11. And that's
Okay.
21.
So a 21.
Yep.
So yeah, when you check them out, everything, it does seem like it worked some. Like she seems about as energetic as she was. Can't quite tell if it's better or worse for her, or not better or worse, but you can't quite tell like how much better it was for her. But like, she still seems rested more than the other guy does. He does seem to have a bit of a noticeable difference at the end of it. Like he seems to like open both eyes and be a bit more like just a little bit more active than he was before. It seems to have done him some good.
Alright. Now here comes the power part to see if they want to ride on Shakira.
So you guys are actually going to travel today.
Correct?
I mean, yeah, we're gonna go.
I said, I don't think we can put off traveling very much longer. So,
Cool.
Unless we want to try and risk, being a day over, a day or two over our allotted time, which is not great.
The lady of them, she is willing to walk to give him more space on Shakira.
Okay. I guess we won't be moving at a breakneck speed. So, yeah. Okay.
It'll be a little slower, but it's more progress than 0, right?
We're moving at 0 miles per hour right now, so. Or we have been, so.
Cool. So you guys keep moving.
Eli, can you ask if they've come up with any names for either of them yet?
I will do so.
Sorry, I did forget a thing. For the overnight. Which is fuck. It doesn't matter. It would be Panda's gonna get to roll anyway. This would be.
Is it a perception?
Yes, it's fucking perception. It'd be middle watch, which I think is Lamia and.
Normally it is me,
yeah.
yes.
So Lamia and Panda, you could both, and Sam both roll perception. They have 2 hours of sleep. Every watch happened, motherfucker.
I beat Sam. Oh, I know I didn't. Well, actually, no,
Yeah,
I did.
he doesn't have bonus from the armor anymore.
Yeah. I actually beat Sam.
Yep.
I don't know if that's actually important.
What?
I only rolled a 2, so.
What?
Jesus. Okay. So yeah, Lamia, you pick up kind of in the middle of the night while you're not inside the igloo for most of your watch, obviously. Not much you can watch from in there. You just occasionally go and make sure like nothing's like burrowed in or some shit, right? But while you're out there, and Sam is, I don't know, standing out at like not at the edge of the light, but like about as far out as if you have ventured to go, just probably like looking out into the darkness. The way that you see country folks look out in the distance, see if they can see stuff. And but you're pretty sure you hear them talking again. And so at first you're like, you just kind of ignore it because like you're not trying to listen in or whatever. You've already got what you're going to get off of that. But after a second, no, you realize that they're speaking Ulu. It's the lady. You hear her in Ulu saying, "We'll have to depend on Eli to translate for us, like we have to do with a lot of languages, which he doesn't always tell us what we'll have to depend on Eli to and she just keeps like repeating that.
Nice.
Holy shit!
Trying to learn Ulu.
And they start kind of It's like it's broken or like it kind of falters in some places. Sometimes she gets a little bit further. Sometimes it's like she'll forget where she was going and like repeat again early. But you definitely are hearing it.
Oh my gosh. Sam,
Love it.
she's repeating what you said earlier when you were complaining
how
about not
cornbread's better than
understanding
biscuits?
Eli.
How about how cornbread's better than biscuits? Absolutely. You knew that was it. Totally.
I like mine with them spicy peppers in it. No, so they're practicing.
He's speaking Ulu right now.
Yeah, but do they know what it means?
I don't know, but the fact that she's able to repeat what you said hours ago
I
is
mean,
amazing.
well, say something in like Kashari. You can-
Onomatopoeia,
Yeah,
Lamia says in Qatari.
onomatopoeia. See, I can do it too.
No, you cannot. Roll that linguistics check, bitch.
I said onomatopoeia, okay?
Yeah, he already fucked it up. I think
Yeah.
I think
He fucked
took
it
a
up in
one.
like
purpose, yeah.
regular English.
Yeah.
Come on.
I think he took a one on that.
Yeah. To show that, like, Sam is kind of like, yeah, anybody can mimic sounds. Like, we've done it before.
No,
But-
she's specifically saying what you said earlier. Like the tone of voice, she's sounding out what the words you said were.
Okay. This is happening during the night, so we're
Yeah.
rewinding a little bit.
This
Okay,
is technically
okay.
a
Like,
rewind. I
listen,
forgot.
can you not hear her?
Sam's going to close his eyes and, like, focus less on the dark, more on the inside.
So I have to roll for something. So you're listening. Yeah, you can definitely hear it. And yeah, she's repeating what you said. I have to depend on Eli. Depend on Eli to translate. Translate for us. For us? To translate for us? For us. Like we have to do with... He doesn't know. Like we have to do with a lot of languages. Which continues. Doesn't seem to have heard you guys whisper yelling from far enough away.
Good.
Interesting. Maybe we
Sam,
can.
that's amazing.
Yeah.
I have to have my fucking headband on to understand languages.
So maybe she's just smarter than everybody. I don't know.
Exactly, that's the point.
Yeah, what the hell? How can she be smart and good looking?
Oh my gosh.
Lamia
I mean-
pinches you.
She was like, ah!
Ah, damn.
That's why I
Well,
got
Sam-
the mud bath in the morning.
It's
some-
really late in
Go-
the campaign for you. Got to roll a new character, man.
Yeah, go ahead and mark off that free res.
So,
you know,
yeah.
it's used up now.
Oh my god.
I also watched the Mortal Kombat 2 movie today, and they did a really good job of somebody doing like the woozy, like where you do the like the like where you're ready to do the finisher,
thing, yeah.
or somebody's like winded. And I was like, oh, I didn't realize that's what they were doing at first. I was like, oh, good,
It's funny.
nice.
But cool. So yeah, you guys figured that out. Next day came around, all that stuff happened. I usually don't retcon that far, but that was me. I forgot to do that because you guys would have had a chance to figure that out.
Okay, so never mind. Lamia will straight up just ask then. Hey, have you figured out your names?
It was,
Yeah,
Like,
why not?
So she looks up at you, and then turns and looks to Eli.
Names? Did you guys figure out your names?
We have been trying. I have never named anything.
Understandable.
The the guy who's like on Shakira at this point, it's not talking. He just has his head down.
Also understandable.
Lami, you can roll sense motive if you like.
Yay! I wasn't reaching my head to think to do that. Ooh, that's good for me. I'll keep that.
Okay.
Mama Scribbles says, "Hey, Rosetta Stone, what'd she say to Eli?"
Oh, yes.
Oh, you rolled good too.
Well, you rolled an
let me
18,
see.
but
Oh, shut up.
maybe I shouldn't have gave them the mud bath. That way they'd roll worse.
No, that's not how that works.
Where's the specific thing? There it is. Okay. Yeah. You're not really getting any tells or anything off of her that she's like lying or anything, because I mean, well, she didn't say anything to you.
Yeah.
She just kind of looks at you. You're almost certain you see like a bit of recognition. It's hard to figure out if it's like, okay, she's heard you speak before, so she's recognizing your voice. Mm-hmm. It really seems to you like it's a bit more than that. Mm-hmm.
But you know what? That's okay. Lamia's not going to push today.
Yeah, guy's not talking. She says they haven't named anything. And then she'll say, are you certain there are no names that please you?
Eli, you're the translator.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Okay.
I mean, I translate. We've established that.
Oh, okay.
I translate. So I'm thinking if there's anything beyond like the Bailey that you had said, like how to phrase this, because I'm trying to say that it would please me more for her to name herself, but I can't think of a good way to say that other than what I just said, obviously. But
you're trying not to make it a command.
Yes, exactly. I'm trying to phrase it in a way that doesn't sound like I'm like
the hard part.
Yeah, just name yourself, damn it.
You'd be happy knowing that they would have the freedom to choose their own name?
I mean, sure. I'll say all of us think that it would be great if you took the time and just came up with something for yourself. You have the freedom to choose your own name, and I think it's an important thing that few beings really get to do. As a wielder of the art, names have a lot of power, and you deserve that power.
She nods. She just nods and then goes back to walking.
Sam's not going to be subtle.
Good.
Sam's going to start pointing at things like, man, look at all these rocks. And look at, man, I do enjoy water and drinking.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, okay. So Lamia, you were already kind of like, you got a sense mode, which carried over for ease. With Sam doing his very obvious, like, emphasizing different words, you're almost getting the, like, okay, you ever purposely stretch out, like, the inflection of a word to a dog, and you, like, repeat it so that they do, like, the head tilt, because they recognize the sound? You're almost getting that, like, every time he says it. Not that she's tilting her head like a dog, you know, just that, like, there's, like, clearly that cue in, that, like, after he said it a few times. But really what you notice is, like, that doesn't seem to be happening. It's not like he says, water, 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 and every time she reacts. It's like, says it once, she reacts. Says the second time, she reacts. Doesn't react after that.
That's still a fast uptake.
Yeah, that is if she's legitimately learning the language that fast, yes, that is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But to Sam's point, she could be parroting, just being like,
Yeah.
"Oh, these sounds are are what the sounds they make, but doesn't necessarily know what they mean all the time."
Yeah.
Which is a different. Those are two different skills, but that would be really fast, either way.
I'll be sure to keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for things. You gotta look to make sure there's no enemies. Go look.
Oh, jeez. Okay. That was
she
for
understood
Amara,
that.
actually. That was actually for Amara.
Okay.
Why are you doing that?
She's like, yeah, she is giving you this look of like, what is he doing for like a while? Like notices like how quiet Lamia is and whatnot, and you like she definitely is like picking up that okay, you guys are trying to do something, but she's not going to just openly be like, "What are you doing?" She's like, she's read that you're trying to be subtle about something.
Yeah.
So she's not going to blow your cover. So it is at like one of the points where you guys naturally take a rest. Which I assume you're not skipping any rest or anything at this point because like the people you have with you.
Yeah.
She'll come over to you all, separate from the other two, and just says, "Sam, are you practicing your Ulis? I think it sounds quite good already."
Yes, I am practicing my Ulis.
So that one may learn basic words.
Yeah, because
and meaning potentially.
Yeah, that's how I learned to do it was from reading a book where it said, a man, I gesture to me and Eli, will look for food and doing like.
She kind of chuckles. And it's just
for people that don't understand Ulis, it's really easy to. With motions and things like that to learn.
Last night, me and Sam heard.
She actually like puts like a hand, kind of like not like on your chest, like kind of towards that. Like, just it's fine. A couple of us should probably go look ahead anyhow. Lamia.
Okay, sure.
And then like go like scout ahead a bit. You guys have already done it. Like you've already you and her probably already gone and scouted ahead a little bit and come back. It's clearly a cover. So that leaves you guys back there so Eli can listen to Sam overemphasize Ulis words, which is his second language, so it sounds extra funny. But you guys walk off. I'm assuming you can now continue what you were going to say, Lamia.
Last night during mine and Sam's watch, I heard the female speak Ulis. She was pantomiming, or she was speaking what Sam said way earlier in that day. And I don't know if she understood it or if she was parroting, but she was, sounding out each and every single word.
That's quite fast uptake either way.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'd hate to say this, given their situation, but they do raise a lot of questions.
That is true.
I don't doubt that they were likely victims in their situation, but we really don't know much about them. They do seem to have odd abilities, and they're clearly quite sharp.
Well, they don't know much about us either.
They wouldn't have that luxury. The truth of the matter is, now that I think about it a bit more, with myself having been removed for so long, I'm not going to have as accurate a feel for my home as I did. if things have become more desperate or difficult, it's one thing to try to get you all in. You can explain yourselves, who I've made a rapport with, who have rescued me. But if they have questions about those two, they will not answer, and we cannot answer. It could cause an issue. If they are hiding something, it may be more important for them to come clean at this point.
That's true, they might be. It's just very hard to tell because, as far as we know, they've been in those tubes for God knows how long. And we don't know when they were put in there, or if those two seem to know each other. So I imagine they at least grew up with each other for a little bit.
My point precisely. They did have lives before they entered those tubes. That's what we're missing. Their abilities, their true history. Do they have an objective that they were assigned? Have they abandoned it? Or do they believe it to still be in play? We just can't answer any of these things. And if they have them, we will need them to speak on their behalf.
That's a great point. I think the best thing we can do right now is to bring that up with Eli. And maybe when it's possible that they do, can actually speak Ulis, to actually question ourselves. But for now, Eli's the only direct 100% translator we have.
It falls to him.
Yes.
The truth is, it is remotely possible that things are fine, and it doesn't cause an issue, but once it does, there's no walking it back.
Yeah, that's why I agree we should bring it up with Eli that, hey, we should go ahead and question more.
She nods. Good. I hope that does not come off as too, pragmatic. The truth is, I hope the best for them. I'm sure things have been awful.
I wouldn't say pragmatic. I just think you're still the warrior. I think Sam told me you're like two split people right now. You're still the warrior that's defending her home.
He looks curious about that interpretation, waiting for you to continue.
Well, I mean,
That is one
like
person.
That is the second person, I suppose. What is a fish out of water?
She just chuckles. Well, I don't think I need to be two different people to embody both of those.
No.
I have many other things as well. She kind of gestures to head back.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go.
You're gonna get Sam in trouble. Sam told me that what did he say? Schizophrenic.
I think he said you were two-faced. I'm pretty sure that's what he said.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's
that's
revenge for, speaking on Lamia's behalf on her shadow.
Mm-hmm. Didn't you imply that her family was dead?
No,
yeah, that's
she
true.
didn't. She just said she hopes they're alive.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean, that's not implying they're dead.
No, the way you said it was hold on. The way you said it was not.
That's the way you guys took it.
No,
that's absolutely the way you guys took
pretty
it.
Harsh. No, it was
the
absolutely
way
harsh.
you had said it definitely came across like, well, they could be dead.
No.
Yeah. Well, no. When you ask that question, you ask the opposite as well.
Ellie apparently has given me a fortunate fate.
That's fair.
Well,
but no. It's just when you ask a binary question, you've asked both. That is how that works. So if you go, I hope they're alive, it means I hope they're not dead, which is a fine sentiment. But saying that to someone who's currently worried their children are dead is crazy.
Yeah.
That'd be like my sister Shay was over in London when they had the subway attacks. That would have been an insane thing to ask my mom.
Yeah, that's true. Oh my
You think
god.
Shay's alive?
Dude, no.
Oh.
I've had that shit happen. Not.
Yeah.
I don't have kids, but like,
I was gonna say, I have
it's not for
questions.
now. Not for now. Anyway,
Ooh.
let me
But yeah,
apply your
Sorry.
fortunate fate real quick. Hold on.
Thank yous.
What the hell's the difference between a
shoot.
surcoat and a
Okay, it's
tabard?
just that. Wait, why was it Yanshi's blessing? Nobody has a fortunate fate right now, right? Yeah, nobody has one. Okay, damn it.
I can spell one of those and not the other. No.
Oh, did you never put up the first one back up?
Yeah, I guess I didn't. Okay, let me refund.
Ellie.
700. Okay. Okay, so now the right one is up. And I owe Ellie 700. Give me 1 second, Ellie. There you go. Okay. All right, and there you go. Let's put it on the other screen as well. All right.
Tabards are generally worn without armor. Surcoats are worn with. Sorry, he asked a question.
Yeah.
I forgot. It's gone. Fuck. Hold on, shit. What was I talking about? Before Fortunate Fate thing. Stop it.
We were
Before
coming
that-
back from their
Yeah.
topic.
Come back.
They're hiding
we
something.
We were making fun of Molly.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay. I remember now.
Another normal Tuesday.
So, yeah, you guys get back, obviously. And I'm assuming you go and bring that up to Eli.
Yeah. So
Oh.
Eli, we had a short conversation.
Get it.
We really should start questioning them a little bit more so we can get to know them, feel who they are. At least her, she's really smart.
I mean,
So,
cool.
Amara brought up the point that they could have, before they were put into the vats, had plans or allegiances that could potentially be brought up, like, let's say, in this forest. I don't know.
Right.
And you also have a Fortunate Fate.
Aw.
Sure.
Thank you, everybody.
I'll ask some questions, I suppose, then.
Amara would add to that.
Thank you.
Just saying, the primary concern is we won't, at the present, be able to speak on their behalf if, once we reach my home, things are more guarded than expected. It could be an issue if they have questions for them, and those two will not answer them, and we cannot answer them.
That does make sense. Okay, well, time to ask a whole bunch of questions.
We assume probably you're done with that break. Continue to travel. You pass a bit of time. Oh yeah, I did forget to. Whatever, it's fine. Just somebody take a note for me and remind me that 2 days have passed so far.
2 days have
At current 2 days have passed. That's just from the last time that I know that I moved the time thing. So just so I know what to advance it to later.
Absolutely.
Because I don't feel like going and finding it right now. Cool. So you get through the rest of your travel. You take another quick break, that kind of thing. At a certain point, let's see. Again, you guys are following a wall for the most part. You're not having to. You don't really have to roll to do this. You're just you're just walking.
Yeah.
But like at a certain point, Amara kind of like looks around for a moment and will like kind of gesture to everyone to slow down a bit. This is like right before you're gonna take a break anyway. And then she'll take you, Sam, with her to like look around a little bit. This happens to be when you guys are passing this like massive like stalagmite thing, like this big column kind of goes up. So you like stop a little bit behind it, so anything like way out there doesn't immediately see you with your light sources and stuff. So you guys go around that and start like getting awfully close to like where your normal light sources, if you're standing where you're traveling, would have extended out to, so like more than that 40 feet out. As you're like getting out there, she kind of puts like her hand like on your shoulder, Sam, and just says, "Can you dampen your light?"
Yeah.
Says, "I'll guide you. Just use your ears."
Okay.
Before you dampen the light, you can see that like she like smiles about something and says, "Just trust me." And then she kind of leads a little bit out. You kind of hear that water get a bit closer. And you're just listening. Eventually, you can kind of hear like her feet like actually hitting water, and then like you feel like some of it washed out like over your feet. So you guys are getting out into where like the water and such is. But you don't hear anything else that's like out of the ordinary. Don't bother rolling; it's fine. And she says, "Okay, I think it's here. We just don't want to attract too much attention. There are channels through this that pull through fresh water. There's a change in the air here. It tastes less salty. I think this is one of them. A moment." And she like releases you. And yeah, you guys figure out actually you're next to like a freshwater channel that you can use to refill your water skins and everything. Not that we hard track those, just you actually get to like fill up your water skins. And I imagine between Amara and Sam, they're both just like, all right, drink until you are sated, and then fill your water skin, because we don't know if there's another one up ahead.
Yeah.
So you do that, and doing that usually means that you have to pee pretty quick. Sam, this time that actually does hit you. And it actually seems to hit the other two as well. Into the break, everybody's kind of running off to go pee real quick.
Oh no, I have to urinate. I have to urinate because I drink too much water. Yeah.
Unfortunately, you have to pee in shifts. You can't all run in different directions and go pee. But you guys do that, get everything filled up, and where did you ask? Sorry, it's a thing. Okay, I don't like plan. This is going to be the session about urination, but like it kind of happens. And you guys keep moving until eventually you get to the stopping point where you're definitely starting to get tired. Especially poor Eli's feet. He's built up some crazy calluses over the last few days.
That is true. I am still barefoot.
But like, for you, like you're probably even very thankful to have had that like rest day as well, because like finally you got to like rest your feet instead of just walking on them while they're still sore as fuck.
In my dreams, I was still wearing fancy shoes.
Oh my god, those would have been on the freaking donkeys, wouldn't they?
Yes, they would have.
Oh, you don't have the option to put on shoes. That sucks.
My restless
I
dreams.
don't even have my shoes.
Someone's like, whose wingtips are these? Anyone? Hello?
Yep. They're mine.
I guess we'll throw them into the abyss. Eli takes psychic damage from his shoes being thrown away. It's cost a lot. But cool. You guys finally reach your rest for that night, where I'm assuming you're going to try to question those other two.
Yep.
Okay. Amara will dig another Digloo over the course of several minutes, using the abilities, of course. She seems to be greatly enjoying doing that. at this point. This Digloo looks about the same, but it has like a swirl pattern on the inside. Kind of makes you guys feel like you're in a snail shell.
Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, you have another Digloo.
All right. What did we really want to start asking them? Speaking of that, I know we had decided we wanted to like ask them questions, but like I guess besides all of the simple who, what, when, where, whys, I guess like, is there anything specific we wanted to ask them?
I presume you might want to know, like, excuse me, damn, drink more of this damn water.
The water.
Mostly melted ice, which tastes funny.
Yes.
Ugh. The filter needs to be cleaned. It's got that metallicness.
Yes.
Scramble my whole thought. Right, I imagine you would want to know, like, what things they remembered before going into the tanks, like that kind of stuff. If they had any orders they were meant to follow or tasks they failed, like, you know, that kind of shit.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so I guess I'll start off by asking simple questions, and it's like, so I just need to know some things about, like, you know, your lives before being put in the tanks. What all did you do? Where did you live? Who was your CT or whatever they have?
Let's see. Oh yeah.
Right.
I forgot a thing.
Things like that, I guess, as well.
That's fine. Let's say, who was their CT? I'm looking.
Because if it's the same one as the one from the journal where it wrote of like who gave the journal, I'm just curious. Yeah.
They say, our CT was CT Alfor.
Alfor. Okay.
He was in charge of our whole group.
Okay.
Well, not all of the HE, but the the 015s.
The 015s. Okay. And what all did your group do? What were you responsible for?
We were intended to serve, but also to, there's like a pause. You have said that the others are gone. There are no masters?
There are no masters. The last one I saw was a statue that was, or it wasn't a statue, I should say, was turned to stone.
Okay. Let's see. As you're answering that, she's like looking you in the eye. I actually do need a will save this time.
Oh, okay. Will save. Oops. Not. There we go. Wait.
15. Are you keeping the 15?
I suppose so.
Okay. So as you're answering, you get that same pull as she's like making eye contact. You just feel that like camaraderie, and it's, you had already intended to say it, but it's almost like you're like talking about, oh, the last one I saw was Turn to Stone. It's like that comes out a bit faster than maybe even you intended to say it. Like you were almost not desperate to give it, just like you really wanted to be very forthcoming. And you're no fool, you can feel that there's like an influence here because you felt it at least a little bit once before. You've been forewarned that it was the case.
Yeah.
Normally, enchantment effects and things like that are pretty insidious in that, like, you don't know that they've happened. Even in sometimes when you resist them, you don't know that you just resisted an effect. Like, sometimes it's just under the radar.
Right.
The fact that you can tell it's happening almost makes you feel like it's like maybe they don't even know they're doing that. It's clumsy. But either way, that like kind of spills out of you for a second, which might be like, okay, you know.
Yeah.
And she just watches you for a moment, and then like eyes go down again, and she just says, "We were meant to infiltrate."
Infiltrate. Okay.
Yes. Your kind have been around a bit. There were those like you, and we were meant to be similar. We were meant to make the correct appearance, to take their traits into ourselves, or at least to give airs that we had. We were meant to listen and report, to be exact.
Huh. Okay. This seems remarkably familiar as what we know of Ulukana now, in a way. Okay, and so how did you end up in the vat?
There were others. We were not
Okay.
the only 015s. And myself and my brother, I cannot say all details. We were not told them. But we had a flaw. One that some of the others did not. And it was deemed that our essence or our vigor was great enough to serve a different purpose. We were not told what it would be, and we did not ask.
Okay.
That would be pauses. That would be punished. We were told to go and enter the vat and to be still, and so we did. And then we woke up.
Okay. Makes sense.
You guys can do sense motives if you like.
Oh, we were part of this?
I mean, we're all here.
Sorry, I just didn't.
Eli, are you translating or are you?
Yeah, I'll be translating.
Okay.
Translating. I do what I always do, which is we talk a bit, and then I
I'm
say
in
the
lead
whole
for
thing
once.
instead of every single sentence. But yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't think anyone voted for me.
Okay.
Yep, no one voted for me. That seems to be always be the way.
Suckers.
So, Sam.
Yes.
It's not like word choice or anything like that. Like, Eli interprets stuff, so you're getting to follow along the conversation. You're just starting to kind of pick up a bit of a like a tell of some kind. You get the feeling that, like, as careful as she seems to be speaking, that clearly something is being held close to the chest. You just get the impression it's not all like deference of being careful speaking to a superior. There's stuff that she does not want to reveal.
You know what, shit, he'll call it out. You seem to be withholding something. I'm saying this to Eli. Uh, is it? You're scared of punishment if you say it, or can you tell us the reason you're withholding something?
Yeah, I'll be like, so what are you holding back? Are you afraid of some kind of punishment or anger from us? Or because I assure you, we mean you no harm.
Okay, you can give me a diplomacy check then.
All right. $25.
Okay. So for both of these, you've been getting the +5 for the person wanting to believe you anyway. Not that you were lying, just like I've been adding that as if like the same bonus you would get for a bluff check. I've been adding that
Right.
because they do want to.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They do want to believe you, so that's high. You say that, and she kind of looks between each of you, and her brother sort of looks over at her. It's kind of like a pointed look.
Mhm.
And he like reaches up and like kind of just puts like a hand on like her arm, and she just lets out like a sigh and says, "Yes, we are afraid of punishment and of making trouble for others.
Ah,
If you are not truthful, not that you are not, but if you were not, if this were a try against our loyalties or a test, then we could fail and we could make trouble for others like us."
I see. Well, you have good reason to be wary, I suppose. Protecting others is a noble endeavor, but I don't know how I could truly show you that this isn't a test. This is just us trying to help.
Lamia takes out the journal. The old Kashari journal that we found, that Eli found, or no, actually it was Lamia that found it, but pointed out to Eli.
Yep.
And like hand it to, like, hopefully as a sign of like, yeah, we don't really care.
So you hand it over. She takes it and just kind of holds it, looks at it, and then looks at you.
She'll pantomime like flipping the pages.
She opens it, like, stares at the writing, and then looks up at you.
I don't think she can read.
Yeah, not be able to speak the language. But...
The brother like reaches over and will like kind of tilt it. Starts to like sound some things out. And after a little bit of that, like she like sounds other things that like they kind of seem to work together. And then she says, this is a different group. That would be a similar wing. The aesthetics infiltration sleeper wing. It is the same, but a different group. I don't think I knew this person.
Huh. We found this in the ruins of a room. So, I don't know.
Yes, the facility where the vats were. That is where we were most of the time. Sometimes we were taken other places to train, to listen and to practice. Some of us were recycled on failures.
Yeah, we saw the recycler, unfortunately.
It was It was broken for a time. But yes, I do not know this person, but I also don't believe you're lying. The brother says, neither do I. It would not matter now, would it? She shakes her head. Says, we were meant to learn things of you and have already begun. Your language is not too far away. It is easy to understand, to take in its words as you speak them.
Mm-hmm.
And we learn. At first, merely a mimicry. And then she will actually start saying the same thing she was saying earlier. This is, in Ulis, we'll have to depend on Eli to translate for us, like we have to do with lots of languages. She's not saying it the way Sam did.
Right.
Ah, crap, hold on.
Oh. This prose is brought to you by Chronicles of Narnia, which is also an isekai. Did you know that? Did you know that Chronicles of Narnia is also an isekai? Yep.
Panda brings this up because if you join our Discord, you'll also be woken up around 5:30 in the morning seeing debates on whether a series is an isekai or not.
And according to Panda, all of them are, apparently. Just all of them. All of
I mean,
them.
I know in Cowboy Bebop they literally travel to different planets, but that's a common
That's definitely
aspect.
not an isekai.
Yeah.
Okay, shut up. My headphones are gonna die. So we're gonna end the
However,
session.
phase journey in
And go to
Shut
the
up,
exit
Panda!
screen. Going to the
Oh
exit
my
screen.
God.
We
Exit
will
screen.
continue this conversation on the next stream
Fantastic.
No.
All right.
because we're already at time anyway.
Yeah.
It is 11. So, look, guys, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you all being here on the exit screen with us. And, we just want to say that we stream every single Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time on Twitch, basically every Tuesday. And if you want to catch the replays, they go up Mondays on our YouTube channel, which is a YouTube of the same name. If you're on YouTube, do the things, the comments, and the likes, and the buttons, and the bells and stuff. Do all that stuff. And then, we also have a Patreon, which is patreon.com/unnatural_1s. And on that Patreon, we have lots of other content and tabletop adjacent things. I don't know. I am doing a playthrough of Legend ZA on there, and it posts every Sunday pretty much. I'm just hitting stuff with a Mega Embor for the most part. It's great. You should come watch. Keegan does things. I don't know if his headphones died or not. He can hear this, but they do Lost Initiative. It's tomorrow.
Yep. It is tomorrow on twitch.tv/Lost Initiative. Yes, we do have a session tomorrow, so come check it out. We're gonna raid Blue because it's that or I eat my headphones.